Hello, everyone, and welcome to All Chat Entertainment. Sorry, I have myself playing twice. Okay, we're super excited for you to be here. It's Monday night, which is our TTRPG night, which you guys, of course, know if you're here. And if you don't know that, well, welcome to Monday night TTRPG night here at All Chat Entertainment. If you want to see some more of our content, you can start checking that out on YouTube as well. You have to search for All Chat Entertainment until we hit, I think it's like 50 subs, and then we can get that custom link. So, hey, if you just want to help out a small group of content creators, you can go over there and subscribe to our YouTube. Also follow here if you want to see our content on a weekly basis. We do Monday night TTRPG night almost every Monday, unless holidays or something gets in the way. So check us out here, 7 o'clock p.m. CST. In addition to that, we're going to have some more content showing up on our schedule down below the Twitch video channel, so feel free to check that out in upcoming weeks, and you'll get to see some of our extra content showing up there. I believe that is all of the announcements we have for this week before we jump back into our game for tonight. So, Maya, who is going to be doing the recap today?
The recap today. Sorry, I had to stop Zuko from hurting himself. Grun, go ahead and tell me what happened last time.
Grun took bath. Grun now clean. No, in all seriousness, yeah. In all seriousness, so we kind of had a more of a lax day as a party. Kind of did a little bit of shopping, wandering around the town. Did take a bath. Elijah, Grun, and Rowan decided to share a bath and share some information, some stories, have some laughs. And Avenal had a private room that wasn't really private, though. There was more than one occupant. So, yeah. Like I said, it was a real chill time. We found out some of the locations in town. Like the Feastery for food, mainly. Honey Bear was a pub. And... yeah.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Yes, and you guys ended off the session headed northward out of town.
With our
Through
camels.
the Houndeville Desert, correct? I think it was.
Traveling into the Houndeville Desert. You guys had just been leaving the town of Drayton, having acquired yourself a pair of camels. They're named...
Double barrel and shotgun.
Bat and Dan. You had acquired yourself two camels, Bat and Dan. At first, seeming like you guys might not be able to leave town as soon as you had planned on, until one of you pulled out a title, a fancy name per se, as a method for a form of loan, based on trust, pretty much, for 40 gold, before you filled up some water skins and headed off.
Avenal's got a trust fund?
Mm-hmm. We had 2 trust fund babies.
Which is where we'll go ahead and pick up. Today is Thiga Day. It is now the 33rd of Bithsta, the 5th day of the party knowing one another. You guys are a full week into this world. You have 4 more days ahead of you until you reach Cynthia. What do you guys want to do?
I'm just
Pardon me, but what is a trust fund?
Who are you asking?
Either of you two. I heard someone back there mumble in one of the alleyways as we were walking by. Mumble something about those trust fund babies.
Just
I don't know.
because
what?
my parents
You guys
are well
have...
off does not mean that I have what you would call the trust fund.
No, they were talking about your trust fund babies. I didn't know you guys had kids. Frankly, I think that's
I
cool.
don't,
It's a great way
but-
to.
Hey,
I'm
Rowan.
confused.
Rowan, I think they take their trust and they push it somewhere.
It's a term used to refer to a trust fund, which is a money set aside for someone once they're an adult by their parents. It's a fund of cash. Trust fund baby is the term that's used when somebody doesn't work for anything they get. They just get it handed to them for free. See, their perception of us, because they don't know
like
us,
the
is that we're
camels.
like the guy giving us the camels for less. It's a trust into our trust fund, right? They don't really trust us, but they know we have enough money that we don't even know how much it's worth, so we'll just send it over there. That's that guy's bet,
Ah.
So and their alleyway mumblers, of course, the same thing. What again, it's all an assumptive language based on their perception of the way we walk and talk and had some support. So, yes, was I privileged growing up? Absolutely, and I won't deny that. But I've also worked to get to where I am, and I'm not doing much with it in this case, except dying. But,
And
others
yet you
may
still
not
blast
be as
it. Oh, so
intentional or
this is a
responsible as
derogatory. This is
I am.
derogatory.
Yeah, it's meant to be. Yeah, it's,
Okay, so if someone has
and
a
often
trust
accurate
fund,
when
it's a
used.
derogatory.
To be
Trust fund
fair.
baby is derogatory. Okay, yes,
Yes.
got it.
And it's
Lock
often
that
an
in.
accurate
So-
term when used, but not exclusively accurate. You know
So
what I mean?
if we're in battle and someone's just missing like every hit and not really doing much, but their minions are doing well, would it be like a well-placed insult to laugh at them and call them a trust fund baby? Because they're not working for it, their minions are doing everything. I'm missing it, aren't still? I'll get there.
Close enough. You try it out and let's see how it lands.
Oh, I'll do that. I'll do that. And these camels are slow, aren't they?
I am confused.
I confused. I'm Elijah.
Ah,
Avenal
it was a
has
joke.
just taken a piece of rope out of his bag and tied it around kind of like one of the camel's saddles, and then tied the other piece of rope around his hand so that the camel can just kind of pull him in the direction he needs to be walking, and he pulls out of a book and just starts reading.
Okay.
More so, you can see he's turning certain pages way too fast, like he's just not reading. He just doesn't want anybody to bother him.
Okay.
He's very studious.
So you guys have about
Oh
4 days of travel,
Jesus
about
Christ.
4 long rests of downtime per se. Do you guys want to do anything intentional with that downtime? Anything like that?
I would like to finish my project.
Okay.
Elijah.
Go
Oh,
ahead.
sorry, go ahead.
Nope, you go ahead, Elijah.
Elijah will spend time in his journal, and he is attempting to come up with what would cause such widespread destruction as the dream was proposing, and he'll just kind of make a list of 80 ideas of what could lead to that. And then
Okay.
he'll start crossing those items off as he deductively reasons why that wouldn't be a feasible thing.
And if Elijah has any free time, Grun would like to talk to him.
Oh, you can totally interrupt Elijah. He's always interruptible.
Oh. Do you have anything, Avenol?
Oh, gotcha. I will be pulling out several books when I sit down to rest for the night. I'll take out some of my school books that discuss arcane theory from when I was in college. I'm going to take out my drawing notebook as well. I'm going to specifically open up to that belt drawing I've been working on. I know I've only mentioned it once, but belt drawing with a kind of a mouth opening at the front, kind of like close to the stomach area. And he'll just sit there and draw, kind of read some notes,
Okay.
draw again.
Okay. Okay, so after your first day of traveling, having an interesting conversation regarding trust funds, and if I remember correctly, some light sand dune sledding from last week. You guys eventually start to notice that the sun gate in the sky has reached the horizon. Night is fast approaching, and for those who have traveled through this desert before, which I know is at least two of you, I think actually only two of you, night comes quick and cold, and it is often wise to find some sort of sheltering and way to keep warm when it arrives.
We can always just cut Grun open and all of us can get inside of him.
Grun will live.
As it starts to cool down, like past like what would be considered room temperature, Rowan will indeed strip down to his like tank top, 3/4 pants, and sandals attire.
Okay.
Are we going to stop for the night, or do you all want to continue?
We should stop. My bones don't do too well with the cold.
Your
I
bones
figured.
don't do too well at all, like regardless of the cold, but
This guy gets it.
hey Roan, hey pal. Yeah, I got a favor to ask you if we can step away for a second.
Sure.
Rowan, if you need help, scream.
Hey, I know
I'll be fine.
I've noticed you've kind of got an affinity for like animal bones.
Very much so.
Okay. Yeah. Do you think next time
Collecting
that
them.
That's well. Do you keep them with you? Is that a thing?
Oh yeah,
do you have
even as he like walked over to you, you heard like bones clinking in his back.
Hey, the last all I need to know. I don't suppose you'd happen to have like a wolf skull or something.
Hold on just a moment. I literally have one whole ass wolf skull and I'll just pull out a full wolf skull from one of those wolves that we killed.
That
You need
That's
it?
good. Wait, not right now. Next time we get to a city that has like a smith shop, yeah, I'll need it. Well,
What are you making something?
Well, I thought it might be cool to try to make something for Grun, and the only thing is that I know he hates wolves, but this is kind of like to get an energy thing out anyways, so I'm not really sure where I should go with this. I'm working on the design right now, but as long as you've got some animal skulls on you, that works.
Yep. A few.
Do you have anything bigger like a bear? I'm just thinking about how big Grun is. It might require a bear's skull for what I'm
I'll start
do.
digging through. You see Rowan like digging through. There's a wolf skull, a whole lot of bones. There's 2 human skulls, and digging around, just like nope, no bear.
All right. Well, I appreciate it anyways. Maybe we'll maybe just keep a lookout for a bear. Yeah.
Sure. Hey, if we get a bear, I would love to collect some bear bones.
Yeah, I just kind of want the skull. You can have everything else.
Bear bones. B-A-R-E. Get it? I'm sorry, that one wasn't very good.
As you guys make your way back to the camp, you see Elijah opening up a portal directly above some sticks that were stacked together by Chelsea. And a light flame begins to erupt on the wood itself as the fire plane that's sitting there through that portal opens up and starts that fire and then closes out.
Hey, I've been working on something. Can I just test this out real fast, if you don't mind, Elijah?
Okay.
And I'll just put the flame out that he just started, and then I'm just gonna zap it with like the same wood with my fingers, like with a little lightning bolt, and it's just gonna light back up. Cool, that's what I wanted to start. That's what I wanted to say. Perfect. I've been working on controlling and kind of see sparks coming from the hands.
Nice. That's
cool.
Interesting little thing.
So yours comes from the portals, and yours comes from you?
Well, I wouldn't necessarily say me, but
you so much like the portal, but more like hidden, or
well,
I'll.
all right.
Sorry, I'm not too knowledgeable in
We've
this.
been with each other for a week now, right? And you guys haven't. You haven't left me yet. So I'll go ahead and give you a little bit. When I was searching to find the healer, I had heard of something else that might have been able to give me the outcome that I was looking for. But it was kind of this mysterious cave. And I was told not to go in. In fact, there was a lot of people that told me not to go in, that I would probably die. And probably should have. But when I went in, there was lots of human bones. Don't get overexcited, Roan. And this being threw me against one of those like arcane rocks. And that's what caused the scar in here. One went directly through me and kind of snapped off. And it absorbed into my skin.
How big was the rock?
And he takes off his shirt about the size that would make this hole, and just kind of shows you the back that's pretty big, and then the front, which is much smaller. It's more like a kind of like a needle.
Arcane rocks?
Oh, like a stalactite. No, stalagmite, because it's not on the ceiling.
Sure.
It hangs tight to ceiling. It's
Right.
mighty on the ground.
Or was it on the ceiling?
No, it was perpendicular to the ground. It was kind of attached to the wall.
Arcane rocks?
Oh, I'm sorry. I just assumed that you knew.
What
Oh
do you
yeah,
mean
I
by
know about those.
arcane rocks.
Yeah, so it's like rocks that are made of almost pure arcane energy. Deem, you can tell me if I'm wrong on that, but rocks that are made up of almost completely arcane energy, like solidified arcane energy.
It's basically, yeah, it is arcane essence that has crystallized.
Yeah, so that is what broke off into my body. And since then, it's been more like I haven't been able to control it. It kind of just comes with feeling, so I'm starting to try to get the hang of it. And before I go to bed, I'll just try it out on my glaive. I'll take it out and just kind of thrust my weapon, and then a little aura of lightning will start to just streak down and then come back to the end and streak down. Right?
That's kind of cool. It's almost like your magic has this almost nature vibe to it. This chaos, this wildness.
The kind of gist I get from it is that different people respond to like different elements when this happens, because I don't believe that I'm the only one this has ever happened to. So I think lightning is just the one that kind of matched me the most.
That's neat.
Well, that's enough talking for me today, and grab my
Were the
bedroll.
rocks pretty?
I'm not responding. I'm already laying down. I said that I'm going to bed.
Okay.
I'm just kidding, Grun. They're pretty.
Oh, okay. We could collect some sometime.
I would recommend never going back to that place again.
Oh,
Never mind.
was it scary?
Do you remember that part where I said I should have died?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to restate that. I should have died, and it wasn't like I stood a chance. It was more like this being flung me, and then kind of just said, that's good enough. He's almost dead. And, Run, the way he threw me, I'm sure he could throw you as well. So
I would like to see him try.
I don't want to see him try, because I'm also not trying to see you die. So
You didn't die.
yeah, because he left me. What part of this aren't you understanding?
Oh.
He
A lot.
let me live. Well, I'm not even sure it was a he, but it was.
I think the term would be they in that instance.
They. Thank you. They were just kind of an incorporeal being. I didn't really get a good look. They were more just like, hey, you're here, and now you're there. and you're almost dead, but that seems good enough. And then left.
What's that big word you said before being?
Incorporeal?
Uh-huh.
Like a ghost?
Oh, I don't like ghosts.
Yeah, no, neither do I after that. Kind of have like a little trauma-based fear there, but well, as I said, I'm not talking anymore. Good night.
Okay, Rowan, quick question. You mentioned you know about these magic rocks?
I mean, I didn't necessarily. Yeah.
How?
I've heard of them.
Yeah. How?
Oh, my people had chatted about
Okay,
them.
I'm
It was
just gonna
kind
tell
of
you right now,
loose.
Rowan. You have a tell when you lie. You act like you're finding something just before you say it. Typically, it's you finding the lie. How do you know about these rocks?
Okay. I don't know if there's more than one, but if there's only one, it belongs to my people. It was stolen from them, and it was ours first. It was stolen from us, and then the people that stole it from us had it stolen from them, and I can only assume that that cycle continued. Now, if there's more than one, then a
When was
fairly
this
large.
rock stolen?
That I don't know. Couple hundred years before my time, couple thousand
Over
years.
a millennia ago.
Over a millennia before I was born.
Mm-hmm. Timing sounds right to me, Dan, correct?
You, as
The one that I'm familiar with, right?
the one you know about,
Okay.
are familiar with, it's off by a couple hundred years.
Okay.
I know its base is probably about a meter in diameter. Well, see, I don't know exactly how long it necessarily is in the hands of its whoever holds it now. It was stolen from my people by some other people, and then it was stolen from them by someone else who knows how long after.
Is that something that you suspect is going to help your daughter?
I don't know. Frankly, it's not something I've calculated because I've never encountered anything that kind of matched up with it. If it is, I want it. If it's not, I want it for my people because it is belongs to us. It is a birthright to my tribe, and frankly, it's part of the reason that my tribe suffers is it being missing.
Yeah, so quick follow-up question. Have you ever interacted with this directly?
Technically?
That sounds to me like a yes. I'm putting that in the yes column. Okay, Grund. Now we go
Yes,
to
I
you,
have.
my friend.
Yes.
Have you ever encountered a magic rock? Would one of you guys, I've never seen one, would one of you guys describe this to Grun, Rowan, or Avenal, what this rock looked like?
Okay, you know what? Avenal just had a cool moment of honesty. How about I have a somewhat cool moment of honesty here? I don't have to describe what it looks like. I can show him. And Rowan's gonna pull an amulet out from under his clothes and like undo the clasp. And inside of this amulet is a shard of
About an inch long.
about an inch long, a shard of this arcane rock. Looks about like this. Now, I will say, if you touch this amulet, I'm gonna have some problems. So you can look. Grun, this isn't a joke time. I'll just slowly pull it away. Grun, this is no joke time. I will be a little upset.
Is it scary to touch?
No, it just means a lot to my people.
Oh.
Technically, it could be scary to touch.
Can I
Me,
look at it
no,
closer?
but it also is very important to my people. So yeah, I will hold it close. Just don't touch it.
I've seen pretty rocks like that, but not that kind. They sell them
tuck
at
it back
stalls.
in and
They're
clasp
green
the
and
amulet
red
back.
and blue. Some
Crystals.
are clear. Yeah.
May I?
I know
before you
that
put that
that
away,
creates
Rowan, can I
questions.
look at it a little more closely?
I'm sorry, is this a drawing of the rock?
No, it's an actual piece of one.
Oh, just eyeing intently.
As long as looking closely doesn't mean touching or using any sort of magic on it,
Of
or
course,
trying
I've
to
already-
grab it
magic at
or
all.
take it.
No magic at all. Just May I hold the amulet so I
if
can
it
examine it closely? Not touching the rock, just the amulet.
Oh.
Here, I won't even touch it. How about
Rowan,
this?
Rowan, it's not like he can run
Elijah will
away.
cast Mage Hand
That's fair.
and hold the
Oh,
Mage
you
Hand
know
out.
what? It's not like you can run away. Just know, before I hand this over to you, and because I've told you all, you three are currently the only 3 people that knows this exists other than me, and if it goes missing, I am going to raise, what is the word, common word, hell, to get it back. And I will hand it over to Elijah.
I'll probably forget about it.
And that's when
Great.
Elijah turned out to be the BBEG and just.
I will cast teleport. No, I'm just kidding. Say you later, nerds!
The cure, it's mine.
Elijah just stands up outright. Well, fuck you guys, I'm out. No, can I look at this very closely, Maya, for 2 things? One, just like what am I getting in terms of like comparing this to magic I understand and know, especially that of planar magics? And then secondarily, is there something about this that's familiar? Is this gonna like ring any bells in my mind in terms of color, like the shape or anything, like identifying where I might have seen something like this before?
Okay, I'll let you roll either Arcana or History.
It's gonna be Arcana for that one.
Okay.
And just a straight roll?
Yeah.
I might
Is millennia 1,000 years?
Yes.
I might
Okay,
try to
sweet.
buff this one up 1 second, trying to decide.
You guys do still have your inspiration from last session, don't forget.
Ooh, I'm gonna
Indeed.
use that for sure.
And now I've got key points as well.
That did not
Key
get
points
much
plus
better.
inspiration is
That kinda
just
sucks.
brutal for attacks.
Yeah, you got that at level 2, didn't you? Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That
Must be
flurry of
nice.
blows.
Must be nice getting
Actually, I
that.
promised I wouldn't use any magic. That's a 21.
21? Okay. Yeah, so with a 21 Arcana, you're looking at it, and it is like I mentioned, it's about an inch long. Only maybe a half a centimeter, if that, in diameter. It looks like a shard, like a sliver, almost a splinter broken off of something much larger. However, the actual material itself is pearlescent almost, and almost seems to swirl. Like the material itself seems to move, while the actual object itself is very solid and stationary. And as you look at it, and you're kind of comparing it mentally to everything you understand about the arcane, you do know this is a sliver of solid, crystallized arcane essence.
It is what I initially thought it was.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Interesting. And I will hand it back to Rowan. Really want to
Thank you.
dig into that. Does it remind me of anything I've seen before on the college specifically?
What do you mean by on the college?
Like, on the college, at the college, in the college, places I've been in and around that, trying to think of the Marcius legacy. You know?
You've seen sketches of this in history books, specifically in history books regarding Marcius himself, in like reference to his discovery of the Marcius crystal. However, his sketches were of a much larger crystal, not a single sliver. However, the description of the material and how it moves very much matches up exactly. This is the first time you've seen anything physically that resembles this, however.
Okay. Very interesting. Grun, have you ever seen anything like that?
No. But it sure is pretty.
interesting. Very interesting. And here's why. I know you guys are probably sitting here like, what in the world is this guy doing? The last phrase of that dream we had. You whose threads cross with the jewel of Arvus find here. They will know how to stop this. Yes, this shard here. It's a jewel of Arvus. That's what these are. My name, the Marcius name, comes from a guy named Marcius who discovered one of these crystals, and it broke down into a massive development in the arcane world, specifically wizardry. With the deeper understanding of magic,
Where?
they were able to develop more spells. Off by a couple hundred years to be your rock.
But where did he discover it? A couple hundred years it found
As in
after
he
mine went
discovered it
missing, or
100
before?
before.
But where did he find it?
Marcius discovered it more recently than a millennia ago.
Where?
So he discovered. Well, that's I don't know. This is where Marcius kept his
sounds
information.
like somebody
secretive.
stole a rock.
I
Could
know
be.
exactly where he found it from.
Yeah, one problem with that. Marcius wasn't that old. He couldn't have
No.
stolen your rock. He could have found your stolen.
One of the other places I thought I had heard the Marcius name was in my travels among a ship going near the what do they call it? The trench, oceanic trench that goes deep. I believe the Marciuses had some sort of looking into that, or something like that. If that's the case, then I know where he got
College
it from.
has, yes. But
Yes,
that
the
was,
college has.
The college developed significantly after Marcius himself discovered that crystal. It was one of the leading indicators for him developing an understanding of magic that he could start a college with. So,
Okay.
I transparently, I don't know. I know very little about this crystal outside of the history that
No,
I was
that's
taught learning
understandable.
about this.
I simply am curious. It was never something that, I mean, technically it would be considered my birthright, as well as my people. But I never interacted with it specifically, and maybe there's multiple, so I cannot say for certain. But if there is one,
There are
then
multiple.
it is something that was in my people's history for longer than any of us could document.
There are
Until it was
multiple. I just
stolen.
don't know how many or what. It's a very passing information I picked up from one of my books. So,
Why are we arguing over a rock?
I don't think this was necessarily arguing, more just chatting.
it's not quite a rock either. It's more of a pure and utter power.
Oh,
I swear
Yeah,
I
that's-
thought you were about to say it's really not a rock, it's more of a boulder.
boulder.
More of a boulder. Well, no, it's too shardy to be a boulder. Boulders tend to be rounded by erosion from winds, sands, or water.
He's
Yes,
smart.
I'm curious to see if this is still something that its whereabouts are known, to at least interact with it, look at it.
No, I don't. I'm interested. Something that's interested me. It was almost a research topic of mine, but I decided that I found more interest in the plains than some piece of geology, frankly.
Yeah, I'm just curious, especially considering a bit of a timeline. When do you know when it was discovered by? I'm sorry, your ancestor, or
Technically, kind of. Could be adopted.
I know you
It's hard
said
to know
that.
with the Marcius name. I don't know. All I know with this is that he discovered it, learned magic from it, using some reference books he had also had at his disposal. Started the school. At some point in that time frame, he went from possessing it to not possessing it. I mean, like, it's a lore on the campus. People believe that maybe it's hidden somewhere on the university grounds, but of course that thing's been torn through by these high-powered wizards and druids and frankly anything else. You know, like, if it was there, I'm confident it would have been found, and I don't recall seeing anything like this along the campus, but it's hard to know.
Well, how about this? I can tell that you're definitely interested in my amulet. If you can help me find more information about the crystal as a whole, I might be more willing to allow you to examine this specific piece a bit further. You also have to understand how cautious I must be. This is a great inheritance from my people.
It is one of many, is my understanding. They call them the Jewels of Arvis because the belief is that they were sitting in Arvis's crown for the creation of this world, and when it was created, these jewels were spread throughout this world. Ish. Maya,
Yes, and
would you like to correct my remembrance of the lore?
No, I do need to correct myself, however. Marcius's discovery of the jewel would have been slightly over a millennia ago. However, the loss of your jewel would have been well over a millennia ago.
you know what? Now that I think about it, I think that was the wording you used, is well over a millennia.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. However, your lore accurate.
But
Okay.
yes, I'm just curious then to at least examine another one of these if yours is ever found. Frankly, it's not exactly my goal to find the one that belonged to my people. If I do, I'd love to bring it back, and maybe it will have answers for what ails my daughter. And if it has answers for what ails you, then I personally wouldn't have a mind with you finding your cure through it before I return it if I find the one that belongs to my people. But regardless, it's just an interesting inquiry, an interesting connection. I'd love to look into more.
What can that pure energy do?
Well, in Avenal's case here, it can allow him to control lightning.
In my people's case, it's what kept our tribe alive.
And in the history of my family's case, it's what expanded our knowledge to the point of being able to develop and research higher levels of arcane, including magical permanence. In other words, permanent enchantments of magic on things, like something that can fly forever.
So your tribe stays alive forever?
No. Well, no. It simply helped keep my people alive and going.
Does it bring them back?
No. Once we're gone. I assume, like most, once you die, you're dead forever.
Okay.
Well, do any of you guys have ideas on what could cause the entire world to drop into flame and ash, and what could heat the desert sands so much that they would turn to glass?
A really hot fire?
Well,
How hot
considering
is
what
the
we're all
question?
discussing, with it giving everyone magical powers, if maybe one of these rocks was like destroyed or used all at once, could it create enough energy?
Yeah, but I feel like it would lay waste to whoever was using it too, though.
I mean, unless they're powerful enough.
I don't know that there's a being that'd be powerful enough to absorb all that energy at one point. I mean,
Maybe
I
they
could be
wanna-
wrong, but
Maybe they
Maybe
want a
they're-
clean slate.
Exactly. Get rid of everything, including themselves, and allow nature to take back over. I mean, it's the same thing with a forest fire. It's unfortunate to see trees burn down, but their burning and the ashes that lay in its wake gives new life.
yeah, but I mean, just
There
to
will
be
be
able
no
to
life.
harness that power, I mean, I absorbed
Yeah,
a
I
small
agree.
piece of it, and I'm having issues months later being able to control it. I couldn't imagine anybody being able to control that much power.
I mean, maybe it could be something. Forgive me, I don't know much of magic or this power. It could be something like with medicine. There were many diseases that I repeatedly had to expose myself to light amounts of to create up enough of a immunity to them that I could serve people who faced them.
I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm trying to go to sleep, so and I'll just turn it back over.
Good night.
Stop talking. I'm getting too interested.
Good night. Well, Rowan, if you want to go to sleep with your shiny little rock, I'll watch over everyone.
Thank you, Kron.
Yeah,
Good
but
night.
That doesn't seem too fair to
Good
you,
night.
so why don't you just wake
Why?
me up here in a bit, and I'll keep watch for you, all right?
You're not gonna get enough sleep if you keep on talking.
Well, if you get too tired, wake either of us up, and if either of us gets too tired, we can wake up the third.
We're not waking Elijah up. He's too brittle.
No, I think he needs his sleep. That disease has to weigh down on him. He can hear me, and we're talking about him like he's not even there.
Well,
I'm gonna go to bed.
once I'm, healed, then I'll promise I'll catch up on my fair share of night watches, and Chelsea also helps make up for that.
Yes, absolutely. Elijah, if you want to cuddle up next to a camel, they're warm.
Oh, Elijah's already cuddled up next to a camel. A camel.
It better behave.
Before
Better.
I go to sleep, I just kind of want to see. I'm gonna use Druidcraft to see what the weather's supposed to be like for the next 24 hours in this area.
Okay. What's the wording on that?
You create a tiny, harmless sensory effect that predicts what the weather will be in your location for the next 24 hours. The effect might manifest as a golden orb for clear skies, a cloud for rain, violent snowflakes for storm, and so on.
Okay.
Fireball.
You cast this, and you see as the sand kind of shifts around slightly, standing up on itself, and it kind of forms solidly, and warms up a bit, and then warms up a bit more until it gets almost as hot as the desert sun midday, before it starts to cool back down to the temperature that it is now.
Normal.
We've got quite a bit of water, right?
Oh yeah.
5 days worth.
All right. I'm just gonna, until I really feel the need to fall asleep, I'm just gonna keep casting Druidcraft on myself to make a little puff of wind, and I'm gonna keep giving myself a nice gentle breeze. Helps me go to sleep. I always need the fan on at night.
So-
You can see Rowan in the cold is just like sprawled out, loving the ice cold desert.
So, Grun, you were taking first watch.
Yep.
Perception check.
Perception.
Why do we have Grun take watch on with perception checks?
I am-
Chelsea is also up taking watch.
Okay.
That is okay. 16.
16.
And Chelsea had a as well. 19.
19. Okay. So Grun, how long do you stay up for?
4-hour shift. Yeah, 4-hour shift.
4 hours into the night, the air itself has become quite brittle. Whatever exposed skin is there that the wind blows up against feels like you're laying it across snow momentarily when it happens. And about 4 hours in, nothing of note seems to happen.
Run will waddle over to Rowan. Rowan. Do you want to watch? Okay. I thought I'd let Avenel sleep some more. Good night.
All right.
And then just rolls over next to a camel.
Rowan, perception.
Cool. Can I spend the time that I'll be up for this also doing light work on my project?
I mean, you can, yeah. I'll say if you do, your perception is at disadvantage.
Done.
Okay.
Okay. So I gotta pull up my skills here. So that's a 9 on the die. Plus 3, so a 12.
Okay. How long do you stay up for watch?
I'll just do. I'll do 2 hours and then wake up Avenel.
Okay. 2
Since a
hours
long
in,
rest can have 2 hours of short work.
The 2 hours of freezing cold, everything feels absolutely amazing.
Oh.
The
Oh, yeah.
feeling of snow-like air brushing up against your skin is... you missed it. You really missed it.
Oh yeah.
And like that, 2 hours seem to blink by in an instant.
And then it starts to warm up, and Rowan's like, ugh. Goes over and taps Avenel. Avenel, you're up. Avenel. Avenel.
Oh, that's
I'm gonna
nice.
take my quarterstaff and like swing it really fast through the air just to have like a brisk cold breeze like shoot straight into his sleeping bag.
Oh yeah, that's nice. Bring it
God.
on, come on.
I'll nudge his his foot with my leg, or his leg with my foot.
How long is it gonna take you to realize that I'm awake?
Well, you're not getting up.
I know, I'm just fucking with you. Ugh.
Finally. And Rowan will go back over and just lay down on the cold sand.
Alright, last perception check of the night.
Well, Chelsea might be able to hear it. I'm not sure if anybody else is kind of secretly awake, but I am definitely singing kind of like a country song at I'm not sure what show I went and saw back in the time we were just in, but whatever popular song got stuck in my head there, that's definitely what I'm singing.
That's the horses.
Oh my god.
That's an 18 on my perception check.
Okay. Yeah, and you kind of find yourself a comfy spot to keep watch and take the next few hours looking out across the dunes as the abyss disappears behind the horizon, chased on the other side by the sun gate.
Yeah. Since Rowan decided to try to wake me up with the cold blast in my tent, I'm gonna cast Rudecraft to make it smell like a skunk around his head to
Nice.
wake him up.
Oh, just like home.
Okay.
That's nice. That's just like blatantly mocking what you were doing. Ah, just like Mama used to make.
Really? No, not you.
You gotta do it now, right? Like it's
No.
gotta happen.
I think it would more so be like I'm just standing there and I'm kind of swinging my glaive, and it's more like I'm gonna take my horse down the desert road, and like I'm adapting it to like our situation.
I love it.
You have a beautiful voice, Avenel.
There's a camel in the back with a water sack attached.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Okay, I've heard too many of the variation of it. I thought you were just gonna do there's a camel in the back, anxiety attack.
Oh, I have not heard that, but it's a nice rendition.
Wonderful.
Alright. So, as the golden beams of light shoot across the desert sands, slowly bringing it all back to life, you awaken, all four of you. A peaceful good night.
Yeah, would you look at that? Live another day. Run. Come on, buddy.
Okay. Grun's gonna stand up and shake a little bit to get the sand out of his crack and get going. Oh man.
Isn't that
I don't like
nice?
sand. It's coarse and dry.
It's got to happen every time that we are ever around sand. Every time. Gets everywhere. So can I finish out, what would it be, another 2 hours of work on that? Or 4 hours? Would I be able to do that while we're marching as long as I'm like not taking watch or interrupted?
I think the difficulty is the fact that you are actively walking. You can't, there's not a spot where you can ride. If there was a spot where you could potentially not be moving your legs to work on it, you might be able to, but otherwise there's just too much movement.
Is there room on one of the camels for me to climb aboard?
No, I think we only had room for Elijah to ride. The other one's carrying the water and stuff, right?
Yeah, so there was Bat, the smaller camel, who could support Elijah's weight, and then there was Dan, the larger camel, who currently has all of your guys' equipment and water on him.
Damn, Daniel.
Hey, Grun.
Yes.
Do you think you could carry just enough of this gear for about 4 hours for me to just take a ride really quick? I need to do something.
Why did we get the camel?
Well, no, literally just 4 hours, and then it'll never happen again.
You do realize how
Never.
long 4 hours is.
It's never gonna happen again. Ever.
That I can foresee.
Right.
Well, not while we're in the desert.
I can try to for a little bit, but I mean,
Grun, don't you feel pressured to do this if you don't want to?
It's
you have a
100%
right to say
your
no.
choice.
I
You-
can-
Yeah.
let's just see how much. Because camels are pretty strong.
I'll give you an extra ration.
Mhm. Food. Okay.
Is it possible for Grun to carry just enough that I could ride on this camel?
I'm looking right now.
Grun, if you say no, I'll cook you more food at the next town we get to.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you gotta say no now, Grun.
But it's not nice.
I'm just kidding, buddy.
Hey, it's either I get it done at the end of the next 4 hours, or I get it done by the time we wake up tomorrow.
It's fine, Grun. It's
And-
really whatever you want. I'm just playing around with you.
Before Elijah gets up onto the camel, you will see him close his book after casting a spell and turning a vial, just one drop coming out of it, and a floating disc appears, floating about 5 feet in the air.
Will that carry my weight?
Yes.
Oh wait, how much weight is it? By chance, I know it's like
You know how there are certain D&D spells that are just like renamed with a spellcaster's name before it?
mhm.
Can this be Yvonne's floating disc?
Technically, this one's Tensor's, but I see your point.
If it was
Technically,
white,
Elijah's.
or if it was like glowing gold for the divination, I think it would be Yvonne's.
I personally prefer the work of Mr. Yvonne Wilmot.
Okay. I only weigh a measly like 180 pounds. Will that carry my weight?
I can carry you.
It can hold up to 500 pounds.
Can I climb aboard?
Instead of carrying the gear that he asked you to do, Grun just puts you on his shoulders and just walks around.
I mean,
you just mess around on the top of my noggin as I'm just walking.
I'll get on the floating disc, and I'm trying to think of what it would look. I think to everyone else, it would probably look like I had insects or beetles crawling on the inside of my skin on my right arm for that entire amount of time.
And
Or-
it's also important to note when you climb onto this disc, you realize that it is just a flat, grassy surface, like a plain. And you notice that it's just a portal that's set into the ground, and the portal's just following
Nice.
Elijah.
Right. So, you guys travel throughout the day as it progressively gets hotter. The longer the sun gate is baking the sands of the Houndeville Desert. About 4 hours go by, and Rowan, you manage to finish making what you were trying to make.
I will hop off the disc, and thanks, Elijah. Very
Oh, hey,
helpful.
yeah, I greatly appreciate it, and I just take a little plop right down on that disc.
I don't know if it can hold me.
Both you together probably still.
Grun, how much do you weigh?
I'm pretty big.
Yeah, that's not a number. That's more of a general
380?
description.
380, 350?
Yeah. 360, about 360.
360? And where are you at, Avenal?
I weigh about, well, with all my gear, I probably weigh about 250, 260 pounds, just because I got a lot of gear on me.
That's not counting my gear.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
my-
Then
my-
one of you at a time.
Yeah, my inventory weighs
all of
60
your Gear
pounds.
is all of your gear is currently.
All of
on
our
the
gear's
horse.
being carried.
Oh, so I myself weigh, I got it here. I don't got it here. I weigh about 180 pounds.
Same. So that's about 360.
You two could.
Yeah, but isn't this just like a 3-foot diameter? So we'd have to like stand tip to tip.
I just have to have
Yeah.
I'm just sitting
Real quick.
cross-legged.
Or if Grun is 320 pounds by himself, you said 350, right?
360.
I was thinking,
One at a
okay,
time.
if you were a little bit less, then you could sit down and I'd just sit in your lap. But oh well.
Yeah, I'll just hop down. Looking very pleased. Feeling very pleased. I'm glad that this is
Monkey.
working.
Alrighty. Throughout the day, you guys travel through. You notice that the desert there seems to be two different states that it's in. At times, as you're traveling, it is through sand dunes that are billowing about and shifting as you're traveling through them before you get to them, etc. But also at certain points, it kind of fades away, and you're walking on large swaths of just broken stone and sand that has been condensed into solid sandstone that has then cooled and heated so much that it has cracked and splintered, and it's almost this wasteland of stone for a short time. And throughout all of this, you see no water. You do see some plants, a couple small critters, small lizard here, small lizard there.
Maybe some cactuses.
Yeah, there are definitely some cacti.
Now, do
I want to collect some of the cacti.
Yeah, do cacti do they have seeds?
They got fruit.
But the fruit have seeds.
There are fruit and flowers on the cacti at certain points during seasons. It is very. Yes, they would have. They would at this point have the beginnings of flowerings on these cacti.
I mean, I would kind of like just cut it open anyways, and I'm just gonna take some of the water out of it.
Oh, don't drink that Avenol.
Why?
I was going to. First of all, it's probably better to collect as a sort of medical remedy, and I think in its natural state.
Hey, in about 5,000 years, I think this thing's gonna be about $22 a bottle. Just about a friend looked it up not too long ago. Today, about today, a bottle of cactus water is $22 a bottle. So, fact check me if you want.
But it's also okay.
Well,
I can see
don't know
Maya
why
actively pulling up a second screen to take a look.
Maya,
well,
as
also
I'm
there's
reading
certain
through my book on plant identification.
There's certain
Does it
cactus
say
roots
whether or
that'll
not it's
cause
safe to drink
hallucination.
cactus water raw?
A lot of the time, I'm pretty sure it causes hallucination, doesn't it?
That's
And
not
dehydration.
the same.
There
Yeah.
are certain cactuses.
There's certain cactus.
and-
Yeah.
Actually,
The
that
funny
one
part.
currently has my book on
Where-
plant identification, so.
That's what I was. Gonna ask.
I had it for a bit. I figured I'd given it back
I-
after copying over what I thought was important.
What's funny is that I think that
do you
Avalon
drink
would
this?
kind of know that sometimes it gives you hallucinative properties.
Oh,
So
that's why he's doing it.
Do you drink this?
I have like a separate water pouch that I put it in, and I specially label it that it's my cacti water.
Okay.
I put CW on the top.
Okay. So, you guys continue throughout the day.
Elijah, are you busy in your book?
I'm just. And Elijah will, hold his journal out, and you will see a page just filled with, 80 different ideas, all of which have lines through them, and then there's one idea that's circled, and it just says, crystal, question mark? And that is, the only not crossed out idea on his page, and Elijah will just, show you it, and then kind of, close and be like, I was just looking for some possible answer, and I'm not finding it yet.
I have a question.
Mhm.
How did you know the name Shagar?
It was in the dream
Where?
on the path. Specifically, I remember seeing there was it was a forest
Mm-hmm.
all ablaze, smoke, a wolf's den, and sitting on a stone at your feet was that name.
So you
I
can
see
read. You can read Orc.
Yes.
Oh, that's nice to know. Okay.
Can you read orc?
Yes. I grew up in an orcish village.
I wasn't sure. You have a very tall demeanor to be orc.
I'm dense, I know.
Well, that wasn't the
Yeah.
question I was asking.
Well,
Chelsea
yeah.
can read orc, and it's not an intelligence thing. Chelsea can't even talk.
I'm tall for an orc. Not all orc, but yeah. Didn't really work out in an orcish village to not be all orc.
I'm sorry to hear that. I can imagine how alienating people can be.
Yeah.
If you're
Then
looking for
then they all died. Well, not all of them, but the Pod brothers.
if you're looking for a place that you won't be alienated for standing out, I'm headed back to the college, and part of my role there is hiring contractors to help students with their research. And you'll find that there are people significantly more unique than you there, and they tend to be very accepting. Hang out on the college grounds between jobs.
Really fast. I just want to double
I
check.
think Riley's stuck.
Yeah, that's what I was double
Lily's
checking.
Internet went out. Yeah.
Okay, got it. I just wanted to make sure that his face is
Yeah,
stuck
I was just
like that.
frozen.
I was sitting there the whole time, and I was like, man,
looking. I was glancing. I was like,
Riley just got like some sort of message
Stone
he sent or
cold.
something, because he is like holding that face, trying not to laugh.
That's exactly what I was thinking too.
Oh, there you go.
Well,
There it is.
Eric, can we get a dummy bot in here?
I can try to. It's gonna take it a second though.
Yeah, sorry for the stream looking as it does. Definitely wasn't anticipating losing a member.
Oh my god, my head's cut in half.
I did figure out a way to kind of avoid. Did I? No, I didn't figure out a way to avoid this. Hey, he's back.
Hey.
Yep. Sorry about that. And
Wait, where'd the hat come from? That's not Riley.
Wait,
It's
he
his
had
Wi-Fi
the hat.
It makes the Wi-Fi work.
yeah, it's my Wi-Fi hat. It's like my
Wi-Fi
tinfoil
extending
hat,
Yeah.
That's pretty broken, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
especially if you
It's
get one of
a
those portable
wondrous
Wi-Fi
magical
things.
item. Requires no attunement.
Ooh.
It's fucking broken. All right.
It actually does. It latches into my head, and I can never remove it. Anyway,
Well, I do enjoy your company, Elijah. You're very smart, and I trust you. That name is very important to me. She was very important to me. And Gren will look around, make sure no one else is looking. She's right here, and pull out the little pouch and let you see that it's just ash in it. And then put it on his hip.
Can I ask, Ron? You don't have to share, but I'm just curious. What happened?
She died. We were going to celebrate being married, and she went out hunting, and I had to stay back because I was champion. That's part of the duty, is to protect the village, the young and they went out and wolves killed them. All except for one. He made it back but then died. And I killed all the wolves after that. And I carried her back. And we burned all the party, the hunting party, and I left. My uncle gave me a note telling me to go find my dad, or who claims to be my dad. So, I've never met him. He kind of was outcast from the village because he wasn't an orc. So,
Your father
That's
wasn't
it.
an orc?
no. My mom was, but I didn't meet her. She died in birth.
I thought you were full orc.
No.
If you don't mind me asking,
are-
what are you?
Well, my uncle told me that my dad was a man from the mountains. So,
Orcs aren't 8 feet tall.
Mountain man are one of a kind.
he said Goliath, but I don't know.
So you're half orc, half Goliath?
Some women have described me as Goliath as well too. It's fine.
Oh,
No, they haven't.
But they used to call me a gloric and make fun of me. So, yeah.
That's rude. I think it's quite an interesting trait to have. Quite a good trait. Especially because you tower over literally everyone I've ever met.
But I don't like hurting people, which makes me
Not in
weird.
a bad way. They say the king is a head taller than his people.
Okay. We
Is
don't
your
have
father
a king.
the king?
No. No. I don't even know if he's alive. It's been like 26 years since I've seen him. Because I've never
Well, I
seen
was
him.
more meaning that your height may be more of a gift, a sign of akin to the honor of royalty than something that should be made fun of.
No. We don't have kings in the village. Just a tribe leader and champion.
Neither did we.
So.
So, are we about to settle down for the night, by the way?
Yes, at this point of the conversation, the abyss is starting to peek over the horizon and absorb the light of the sun gate.
Excuse me? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah,
Is it
you
getting
said
really
what
hot in
about
here?
what?
Sungate close or further away as the abyss begins to block it out?
What do you mean?
Like, is the Sungate hovering very close above us, like baking us, and it's the abyss is like kind of giving us a nice little cool reprieve, or is it like the Sungate has kind of slowly moved further and further away throughout the evening, and it's starting to cool off a little bit, and the abyss is kind of just bringing in that cold hit of air as well?
So, it's complicated to describe. The sun gate and the abyss orbit in the sky in rings. So by the time that the abyss is starting to kind of shift everything towards nighttime, I've been describing it as kind of a horizon, but it's more so that the sun gate is just so far away that it is melding in with the rest of the landscape, and the abyss has become the more prominent in the sky, just because it is closer. They sit on opposite ends of the ring that they orbit above.
Makes sense.
So, at the end of the night, I will ask Elijah if he has his plant identification book.
Yeah, I do.
Could I potentially borrow that?
Sure. Which one do you want? Do you want the the plant identification book only? Do you want the one about how those plants can be used as spellcasting focuses and how that can
I just need
impact
just the
spellcasting?
general one. I just want to do a little research on this cactus.
Oh, okay. Here you go.
So I'll take it back and I'll start to open up my bag and I'll start to pull out my my studying books from college. I know Elijah's kind of curious about my books. A lot of my major studying was about building like weapons and items, but also I did take a lot of classes in alchemy and building like making like alchemical things, which is why like when I was throwing up and like I think the first or second session I was trying to mix some shit. I'm not actually telling you that, I'm just letting you know. So I've got some alchemical books myself, and so I'm referencing your book. Now, is there actually a part in Elijah's book that talks about hallucinations with cactus water?
Where your book is from the college, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh,
It's just a it's just a general book identification.
I
Plant
had
identification book.
it. So the ability reads general book about plant identification. Actually, just read school books. I kind of named 3, one of which was plant identification.
Okay.
I had pictured it kind of as another student's dissertation or another
Okay.
student's research studies. Kind of how I've been treating these. Like they're bound books, but only because students at the College of Marcius bind their research. Like that's kind of a common thing.
Okay, so looking through it, you do find entries on cacti. The college is close enough that it's actually relatively early in the entries. As the student was traveling about making this dissertation, there are multiple entries. Each of them do reference the effects that the student studied upon consumption of the different liquids within. And there were myriads of different effects dependent on the type of cacti.
okay. Do I happen?
Some of them are just water.
Okay.
Some of them are lethal. Some of them are very enjoyable.
Okay. So looking like, do I basically have pictures and it's like identification of which ones might be lethal, which ones might cause hallucinogens, and which ones might?
Yes.
Okay. Now, can I reference back to the one that I did?
Looking through and comparing what you do remember about the flower that was growing on the cacti, compared with what is drawn, you are able to rule out most, if not all, of the lethal ones. As far as you're able to confidently.
Takes a sip, dies.
Okay.
Well, there's a lot of them that cause
No.
extreme diarrhea and vomiting.
No. We have had 2 days of traveling, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm assuming
You
we have some.
2 more.
Yeah, I'm assuming we have some empty water skins.
Yeah, at this point, because I've just been assuming you guys have been drinking water consistently as you need to.
I'm not trying to
So
die.
At this point, you guys do have 2 days of travel. You have 5 days worth of water. I would say you have at least 4 empty water skins.
Okay. Are there other cactuses around?
Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. I am trying to find ones in particular
Okay.
that might be hallucinogenic and or deadly.
Okay.
What?
Roll
Ooh.
a nature
Bless
check
guidance.
with advantage because you do have the identification book.
You have
Can
your
anyone
inspiration.
assist him?
Well, I don't think Avenal's made it clear, so
Yeah,
Elijah
he
won't
hasn't
ask
said
help.
anything.
Yeah,
Elijah
I'm
would
just
offer
I'm just
Chelsea's
reading.
help, but
Yeah, I'm
just a book borrow.
don't
I feel
you.
like we're playing Russian roulette with cactuses
So,
All right,
well,
that's a 12.
or cacti.
Wait, no, I'm sorry, 16. Sorry.
All right. While Avenal is doing that, Elijah wants to pester Rowan about something Rowan had just said, even though out of game it's been a lot longer than that, but in game it was only a couple seconds ago. Elijah's
Okay.
gonna. Okay, you
Real
can go
quick,
ahead with that first.
Let's take care of the cacti first. So you said 16? Okay. What is your priorities in looking?
Well, I have a variety of uses that this could be for. Hallucinogenics could be either pleasure, or they could be administered to other people.
Pocket sand.
I feel like the same thing could kind of be said for the deadly ones. But,
Okay. Roll a d4.
Oh no.
That's a 4.
That's a 4. Okay. So none of the cacti around you, as you're referencing against the lethal ones in the book, none of the cacti around you seem to be lethal.
Okay.
However, only one of them around you seems to contain drinkable, straight up water.
So
that
the
does
other
not have
three.
any effect. So the not necessarily the other 3. I'll let you pick. Whether you want to fill all 4 with I don't want to use the word hallucinogenic because that's not always the case, but with mind altering.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna fill all 4 of them up just to
Okay.
be really safe. And
Psychedelic might be the proper.
I'll take my quill out and I'll mark it on the
Ish.
top. I'll write HCG on the caps.
My God, we're making new acronyms for.
Alrighty. And you have those now. Alright. Back to Elijah as Avenal.
HCG.
Sorry, as Avenal does this.
I mean, J? Is it supposed to be HCJ?
Oh wait.
Yeah, is
No,
it
no, no.
juice or
No, it's
or-
W. It's W. It's W. I'm sorry. HCW.
Juice.
HCW. HCW.
Is mad scientist?
I was sitting there trying to figure out what that G meant for the longest
Same.
time.
So Elijah will,
Don't
as
worry.
soon as Rowan says, oh, how did you say it a second ago? I heard you say it and I had the question.
I don't even know what you're referencing.
You made a mention when Grun was talking about there not being a king in Grun's village. You mentioned that there wasn't a king in your village either. But you said it in a way that gave Elijah the perception of it potentially that it used to not have a king, but now there is one. And Elijah
Okay.
would like to ask you about that, but I can't. I don't
How
remember
do
how
you-
you said it, so it's hard to ask.
He said something about my village didn't have a king, and I said, oh, same, mine doesn't either.
I thought you said mine didn't either, and that's where Elijah
I may
was
have used that wording. I probably ended up using that wording, but yeah, Ronald just no. We've never had a king. Never. We don't run that way. I mean, we have a leader and an elder. We don't have a king.
That kind of sounds like a king, though.
Let me think about it. I mean, it's kind of, I guess, like a king, but it's not really bloodline. Like his king, the elder's son wouldn't become the elder like a king.
We can fight our king. I guess we can fight our king to become the king, if that's what you're meaning. But I don't think you can do that in other kingdoms.
No,
I think that's frowned upon.
Yeah, I think from what I'm getting, the king's supposed to be respected, pretty heavily.
Oh, we respect them,
in
but
ours,
if we could beat them, we do.
The tribe would agree on who they felt was most fit to lead, and whoever that was became the new elder whenever the old one passed on. Some of the surrounding tribes in my home region also had a similar style. Then if any of the tribes had to talk, the elders could get together and...
I'm surprised your tribe never traded with mine.
I'm not. I'm from very, very far away.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know if you were a wandering tribe or not.
Nope.
Well, I'm sure if you're far away, I don't know where you came from, so I'm just not going to ask.
Rowan, quick question for you. I've noticed
Mhm.
something over the past few days. You tend to try to insulate your body from the heat rather than from the cold. It's something inverted from what us three do. I'm curious to know, we've seen some interesting stuff regarding your condition, as you've called it. Are you naturally very cold, like very cold-blooded? Like, are you very cold at times? Do you know what
No.
I'm asking?
Are you a
I
lizard?
think I understand what you're asking.
Are
No,
you
I'm
a
not
lizard person? Is what he's asking.
Although that might be a lizard person, that's an interesting problem. No, I'm not. I mean, we've seen cat people and dog. No, sorry. No. The place my home is what is a way to put it? Very tundratic. That's not a word. Very tundra.
That's
very
not-
cold.
Yeah.
Very cold. Most of our homes were made of igloo like
Mhm.
What is an
creations.
igloo?
So it's like a snow house.
But you wear
Oh.
clothes when it's warm outside.
Yeah.
But yes, why is that?
Maybe to
See-
blend in with others.
No, frankly, there were times in which my home was cold. There were times in which it was hot. It gives me frankly, it gives me a reminder of home, and I'm just uncomfortable in non-extreme temperatures.
I thought you just
If
said
it's
that
not
your home was
extreme
more
one
of a
way or-
tundra.
Yeah.
So when was it warm?
Almost. It sometimes. Yeah, there wasn't really a way to know
I'm
that
starting
when
to
that was gonna
see
be.
some inconsistencies here in your story, and it's just not really making me too safe about the general well-being of the party. So
I feel pretty
Listen,
safe.
it was either
Oh, so
extremely
Avenel,
hot
we're
or
a party
extremely
now.
cold.
Yeah, what is
That's
this?
interesting.
Ooh, I do like parties.
I think
I've
Avenel
found some
likes
kind
to
of
Avenel
smoke
people
just
who can
weed.
buy
walks
you drinks at
directly
parties.
further into the desert and sits
Grun's
down.
gonna try to walk over for a hug.
And did you hear that Avenel cared about the well-being of us all?
I
Elijah will
never
laugh
said
too.
that.
and pet Chelsea and say, "Haha, we got."
Ladies
I
and
care about
gentlemen,
you.
we got him.
him. I care about you too, Avenel, and we'll go in
I
for a
guess-
hug if Avenel will let Grun.
I'm just gonna push him away with the water skin. Here, buddy. If you want to take a sip of this.
I'm not thirsty.
Okay, that's fair. I don't want to hug.
Why don't you
I
drink
guess
off the
to
camel's
clear up-
pouches there?
This is off the camel's pouch, and I'm not kidding. This is actually just
Oh.
a sip of water. Like I'm
No,
I'm not trying to give you anything.
no, but I've got my own pouch
I thought
here.
you had
but
the
thank you.
HCW pouch. You're like, you have a drink of water.
Honestly, I don't know how that would affect Grun.
Grun just
That
starts
probably
swinging at
would
random
be
shit. Just
good.
rages.
Yeah, killing camels and
Okay.
everything.
But yeah, to ease yourself a little bit, Avenel, I guess part of my problem, common is not my native tongue, which might help with some of the inconsistencies.
Before you go on
Additionally,
too much, I don't want to know. I don't want to know what you have to say.
well,
This,
think-
I'm just gonna keep walking back until I can't hear you. I keep walking backwards until I can no longer hear what he's saying.
Cool. Well,
Why is everybody
Elijah,
children?
well,
why are we being
Elijah,
children?
the best way to describe it is, I guess, much like this desert, much more often cold than hot, kind of depending on the region you were in or the weather. There were times in which it was probably twice as cold as has been at night, and probably times much more rare in which it's twice as hot as it is during the day. Frankly, it's just a reminder of home.
Don't you get hot and sticky?
No.
Insight
Oh.
check.
Roll your respective rolls.
God damn it.
God damn it.
How bad is yours?
It's not great.
12?
No, Rowan doesn't seem to be hot and sticky. Maybe it's just because he's wearing enough clothes you couldn't see it seeping through.
I was not inside checking that. I was inside checking the extreme temperatures back home. Reminds me of home statement.
Oh shoot, I gotta use a different modifier then. You said what'd you get?
12.
Yeah, no, it definitely seems like Rowan's being honest about it Almost like you know the look when you're talking to someone and they're describing something and you can almost see their eyes wander as if they're seeing a memory or feeling like a memory. That's definitely what you see talking to Rowan.
Thanks for the memories. Sitting there just doing a little jingle.
Avenel sings a lot, doesn't he?
That
I think he's a soft heart too.
absolutely not.
Don't lie.
I'm not even around you for this. I don't know why I'm talking to you. I'm keeping walking backwards.
He sings, he cooks, he probably dances.
And he cares about us as a party.
I dance like nobody's watching. But only when nobody's watching.
Only out in the middle of the desert.
All right. What is the night watch?
It could take 4 hours.
Chelsea again.
I can also share.
All right.
Who wants to go first?
I can go first since you went first last time.
Okay.
Chelsea got a 15.
Alrighty.
Rowan got a 19. Ooh. I started using these green dice. They're rolling pretty well. And by started using, I mean I forgot to grab my other dice that are my Rowan dice. So I'm just using what I had in my pouch.
So Rowan, you're going first.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How long are you staying up for?
4 hours.
Okay. You do feel as the temperature drops. This night it is not as chilly as the previous night, but it gets close. It gets close. Within 10 degrees. And in the blink of an eye, 4 hours pass.
Like literally, or are you just doing?
Yeah, you can travel through time. In
Okay.
the blink of an eye.
I'm
Yeah,
just
no,
trying
it's
to
a tribe secret.
Simon!
You know what I'll do? Do we have like a small fire going?
Do you guys?
Yes.
Or at least embers, maybe hot embers, so that there's not really smoke or light, but it helps keep everyone else warm.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna take I'm gonna take some like the jerky from my rations, warm it up a little bit. I'm gonna pass like a small piece over to Chelsea, even though she doesn't actually eat. That way she can chew on it,
Okay.
and then I will wake up Grun.
Alrighty.
Hopefully to the smell of hot jerky. And here's that ration I promised you, even though you didn't carry the pack.
Aren't you going to get hungry?
Oh, no, I'm fine.
No. Okay.
Well, am I getting hungry, Maya?
2 days on the road, constant travel.
Yeah.
You're starting to feel it.
Could I retcon that I used a little bit of that last hour to look around? Or like, have I seen many animals or even insects?
There's been tiny lizards, here and there, but they're also quick.
Yeah. Am I able to sustain myself through normal like rations?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll have one of my rations like for
Okay.
the 5 or 10 minutes before I go to sleep after waking up Grun, so we can have some rations together. Just nom a bit. So I guess Grun will be the first person in the party to see me eat.
I will
which
forget.
I will say, for the moments until Grun forgets, Rowan looks very uncomfortable. Like he doesn't quite know what he's doing. Eating normal, like just eating, looks very uncomfortable. Bites his tongue and the inside of his cheek.
I'm guessing we don't have utensils with the rations.
No.
Just take your fingers, grip it, put it in your mouth, let go, and chew.
And then Rowan just swallows it whole.
I feel like I'm watching Little Nicky right now.
or do that too. But you could choke. You could choke. So maybe take smaller.
I just did.
Take smaller bits.
Mm-hmm.
Just put it in your mouth, get your fingers out, and chew. I've seen someone bite off their fingers before.
Okay.
They're
Rowan,
really hungry.
We just keep this little lesson between you and me. Yeah.
Okay.
Like you've seen before, I have a little trouble eating.
That's fine. We have to teach people how to eat too. If they get hit in the head too hard in our village, they forget things.
That's not it. Just don't tell anyone.
Caleb,
And then
feel
I will
like-
immediately look over at Chelsea, who's probably just dead staring me in the eyes like,
There she
shit.
is.
I'm gonna have to explain this to Elijah.
Caleb, I feel like you're probably the only one in this group that's seen it, but have you seen Little Nicky?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was imagining. Now put the chicken in your mouth. Now slowly tilt your head backwards and let it slide down your esophagus. Popeye's chicken is fucking awesome.
I'm gonna flick. I'm
Fantastic movie.
gonna flick a piece of my jerky over to Chelsea
When hell freezes over.
and then go to bed.
Good night, Rowan.
Night, Grun. Thanks.
Lucius, get in the bottle. I gotta watch that after this now.
What's your perception roll? Grun?
I will roll for perception. That is not good. That is not good. 4. That ration was really good.
Very distracting.
Like, really good. And I'm wondering, Grun's wondering, like, how does he not know how to eat?
As you, how long are you on shift for?
4 hours.
So, with a 4, you're kind of just, you're already mildly distracted. You see, you go over, you look at something Avenal was messing with, and you just kind of,
Nope.
and that's enough to just, you're like dead brain for the next 4 hours.
Damn it! Why didn't I know this? Why can't I see it?
Whoa.
Is that 150 of THC?
That doesn't taste like cactus. These snozberries taste like
It's like,
snozberries.
wait, was that a 5-leafed flower on top of that cactus?
All right.
It's just
You
pot
do still
cactus.
somehow maintain a semblance of time, mostly because you can feel the temperature starting to reach that point where you should probably wake somebody else up.
And this is this our last day of travel or our second last day?
This is our second to last, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll grab my horn and just just so everybody wakes up.
It was a surprising representation of a horn.
As you,
accurate.
as you blow it, I just kind of like, damn, Dad. As I wake up, I'm like, oh shit. Just look around.
Rowan is like holding himself like close in the probably like more neutral temperature as he's putting on his multiple layers of winter coats.
We need to get you some more wolf pelts or fox pelts, Rowan.
Ready?
No.
It is.
I normally don't keep the pelts off aside,
Oh. Okay.
but we can try it.
You guys assume you have another at least full day and a half, at least, of travel left. What do you guys do for this this extra day?
I just kind of walk and think of all the implications of my new 3 jugs.
Grun is sobering up.
Yeah, would we have seen Avenal actively going to get like cactus stuff like juice?
It would have been impressive to not see it. It is one of those desert areas that's quite wide open. There's not a lot to hide at.
Grun will walk up to Avenal then. Hey,
Hey, what's up, buddy?
I saw you getting that water
Mm-hmm.
from the cactus.
Yep.
That third one.
Yep.
It didn't taste too well last night.
Oh, okay. What did it taste like?
Water,
Mm-hmm.
but it made my head real fuzzy.
Real fuzzy. Slowly pulls out a notebook. Describe
I-
exactly how it felt like.
I dipped my pinky into the cactus hole.
Yep.
I pulled it out.
You're
I
telling
put it
me.
in my mouth,
Okay, just keep going.
and then I felt woozy.
Woozy how?
I drooled a lot more than normal.
How did your head feel? Did you feel like you were able to think clearly?
Not really. I kind of just sat there for the rest of my time.
And you're telling me a little pinky's worth did that to you?
Well, I don't have a little pinky.
Well, but your pinky, your pinky just dipped, and that's all you did. That's all you had.
Well, it was more of a scoop.
Oh, just a scoop. Well, I mean, it was water. It's gonna drizzle off.
Yeah, but I thought I could scoop it. It looked thick.
Hey, just the pinky dip. Pinky dipping.
Yes, pinky dipping.
I was waiting for it.
Just the pinky dip.
All right. So,
Just a dip?
and so
just
Avenal
dip.
pulls out that third jug, and on the bottom puts a big old heart on it. Puts it back.
And Elijah from the top of the camel holds his pinky out.
Oh, sorry, buddy. I do not think that is
What's the worst that could happen? I'm literally.
Might accelerate the
dying.
disease.
It can't get much worse.
He's dying to find out.
That was a good one, Grun.
I
Sober for now.
I tell you what. I'll take
How long have I
out
been with you
jug
guys?
number 2.
I'm not being no guinea pig.
Maybe we should wait till we get to
I
a
got you.
room.
I'll try it.
Oh God, I'll
Thanks.
carry him.
That's not. a
Him,
good
I will take out jug number 2. Let's
Is
find out
this
what's
one
in
of the
here.
hallucinogenic
before,
ones?
before you try this one, Rowan, let Chelsea smell it and make sure it's not bad.
Great idea.
Oh, no.
And Chelsea will use her puppy sense of scent, and just like the natural, like dogs have this like instinctual avoidant of certain scents.
Really fast. I do not stick my jug down. You can see that as you like say like let Chelsea smell it. You can see Avenel starts like chewing on his mustache a little bit, like kind of frustration, and he just looks at him. Are you telling me you don't trust my ability to be able to tell what's what?
It has nothing to
think
do
that's
with your
what he
ability. It
thinks,
has to
but-
do with the risk involved.
And I'm telling
Why?
you, it's not deadly.
Can I smell it and then
Yeah.
look at it and see if it reminds me of anything that I would find potentially harmful?
Do you?
Yeah. Not try it yet. Just give it a smell and look at it. Oh no.
How strong of a smell do you take?
No, I'm not talking like.
Oh
No,
my.
I'm talking like bring the jug up a little bit and
Just
like
take
A waft.
Okay.
like two quick little like a.
It smells strong. It doesn't smell awful, but it doesn't
You have
smell
a certain-
good.
skunkiness to it.
And it's very but it's not also not recognizable.
Skunkiness.
I mean, what could go wrong?
Avenal, do you want me to smell it? Because I'll tell you.
No, that's fine, Granny Bunny. And I hold out
Oh.
jug number 1 for Grun.
I don't want any more.
That's fair. Well,
Fuck it. I'm trying jug number 2. I'm just gonna
Alright.
dip a
Yeah,
pinky
I
in there.
couldn't really walk last
before,
night.
Before you try it, how about we have Elijah make that little disc in just in case you do get zonked, you have something to lay down on.
Zoom. The disc was already being cast.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll just.
As soon as you pulled out the second one and he smelled it, Elijah was casting it.
We need triage now.
You got your pinky into it.
Yeah. How bad does
I gotta
it
make
taste?
it. I gotta make a note of this.
Oh no.
Jug 3. Zonkers.
This is-
I would just put a heart.
Jug 2.
All right. Go ahead and roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, I saw that coming.
no.
Oh, the dice gods are good to me. You said con saving throw?
Yep.
That will be a. It's not that great when your bonus isn't too good, so a 13.
13. Okay.
Mhm.
It's as you taste it, it has a very sugar water taste to it. Almost. It's like
Sugar
sweet,
water.
watery. It almost has like on your, not physically, but on your tongue, it has that texture of syrup. Like that thick texture. Despite the fact that it is very much fluid like water. With a 13 and only a pinky, you don't notice anything. Especially not immediately. How long do you even after some time of waiting, if you give it time, you don't really pick up any special things that are happening necessarily. Maybe
It's syrup.
maybe at a moment you kind of get a odd smell here or there, but other than that, you don't get much with just a pinky.
It's just syrup.
All right. Avenel turns that jug under and kind of puts like a little plate with some food on it, like on the bottom.
Oh no.
That is
We got-
not
we-
gonna end well.
No, we've got infusions now. Oh no. Everybody get your continental breakfast.
Now, Avenel trusts his ability to know that although it didn't affect him, that doesn't mean it's not going to affect other people. So he is well aware of that. Before we go too far, I understand.
Rowan's just a normal human. He's no different than any of you guys. What do you mean?
Hey, Rowan, considering this didn't affect you, and I really kind of know what this does, you want to take a little sip
Of which one?
of the one you just took a sip of. Just take a look. Take a nice
But
little,
we just found out it doesn't do anything.
Yeah, exactly. But you said it tasted kind of like syrup, right? Like a nice little.
I
Sugar.
don't like syrup. Well, what if it dehydrates? You know what? Well, what are you willing to give me to do it?
Fuck it, and I'll just
Oh
take
my
a little.
God.
I'll just take a little sip myself.
Oh no.
How big of a sip?
Just a little.
Oh no. Just a little.
Like a
little
shot?
tongue out.
Half a shot?
Oh no, probably a little bit less than half a shot, like quarter of a shot.
Okay. Go ahead and
Guys.
roll a con saving throw.
Okay.
Oh no.
I need to find my. There we go.
Also, do I notice anything weird
Saving
happening
throw.
to my pinky?
That is a 13 on my con saving throw.
13. 13.
Yep.
Oh no.
Even with a 13, with how little you took, you can tell the same taste and texture kind of feel in your mouth. And this time, not immediately, but after maybe 5-10 minutes, at one moment you could have sworn you saw the smell of sand.
Saw the smell of sand?
Oh my.
You said
smell of sand.
saw the smell of
Synesthetic.
sand?
Only
It
a
has
fraction of a second,
synesthetic
and
tendencies.
you're not even sure you saw it, but that's about all that happened.
Oh my
It
god.
invokes synesthesia.
File number 1.
He makes eye contact with Grun, and Chelsea visibly rolls her eyes at what's happening, as then she just keeps on walking.
All right, so okay,
I'm
I
sorry,
know what I'm
Chelsea.
doing tonight. Then got it. I'll give it a couple hours before before that wears off, and we'll go ahead and I'll let everybody else talk for a second while I'm getting off my trip.
You're just zonked in the middle of a desert.
Elijah's just
He
making sure
just goes-
everybody
he
stays
goes-
on the right path and we don't lose anybody as we go.
The scary
Avenel
part
takes
is
a huge
Chelsea's
whiff out of his
shepherding.
nose.
Anybody who starts to wander too far away from the camels, Chelsea like gets on the other side of them and kind of blocks them closer and closer to the group, and then goes, "Oh shit!" Moves over. Anybody
sca-
who's wandering away.
the scary part is that we're sweating this out faster in the desert, but if you're in a normal climate, it's not. Like,
Oh, I
Bro,
know.
imagine if he hadn't tried that though and just left it as food, and he's like, "I'm gonna make some food for you people." Everyone eats
Imagine,
it. Is like,
yeah. Imagine I go to
Takes
like
a- take-
make
you
some
take a big
noodles and
whip.
I boil my noodles in that.
And
you
see
take
the
a big
smell
whiff
of the
and you
food
go, you
Accidental
take
that
a
they're
homicide.
big
eating.
whiff. You take a big whiff and you go, "Wow, this ramen smells like it just looks so good." Like after taking a whiff, and it's like what?
Alrighty.
Its
I
taste
can-
smells so visually appeasing.
Yeah, I
How
can.
do you,
I
how
can
do?
see the. I can see the ramen through my nose right now.
oh my god.
Slowly throughout the day, you do feel its effects linger on down. It's not until nightfall is slowly starting to come again that you are certain enough that it is worn all the way off.
And you said we're reaching that right now.
Yes.
Damn it! I'm not gonna drink jug number 1. Then I'm just gonna hold off.
All right. You guys make camp.
I'm putting the notes for what everything is in my phone, and I said see the taste, and then all of a sudden it just popped up a tongue emoji next to next to it. I love it.
See the rainbow takes through.
While we're starting to sit down for the night, I'm gonna take out my herbalism books. I want to see if I can find or recall a herb or something I can mix in with something else that might increase the potency of something.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Why?
I mean, imagine the implications for selling, gathering information off of people. I mean, one whiff of that, especially if it's more potent, and then you rustle them up a little bit, might.
Homemade truth serum from a cacti.
I don't even know about truth serum. I just mean, imagine being able to see the pain that's being inflicted on you, or see the smell of your own blood. Like, that would be horrific.
So after reading through
Batman.
throughout the night, you do come across mentions of some herbs that are used to increase potency. Unfortunately, a lot of them center in the Elevarian region, or in the Elevarian Empire, which is far, far northwest of you guys, and where you went to college.
Whenever you get a second, could you just shoot me maybe one or two of the names
Yeah.
of those
I can.
herbs? Yeah, just I'm assuming you don't have it right now, so just whenever you get a second.
Yeah, I'll send that over later. Okay. Yes, we'll go. All right. So, what's the plan for the night?
I'll take first watch.
Hey, Grun, you've been on first watch or second watch this entire time. Why don't you take a full night's rest and Rowan and I will.
Well, no, because you have drank that today.
I'm fine. I am perfectly fine right now, my friend.
You can go to bed. It's fine. No, really.
Okay.
We need our top thinkers in tip-top shape.
All right. I will lay down then.
Good night, Avenel.
Wake me up when you're ready, Grun.
Okay.
All right. Perception checks.
13 for Chelsea.
18 for Gren.
All right. 4 hours.
Yeah.
All right. Right about the point where the abyss is almost directly overhead, the darkest point of the night. You do see. You're currently in one of the dune parts of this forest, of this desert, where it's a bunch of sand dunes. You do see, not over this current dune that you guys are camped out next to, but a little bit further, the glow of light down the pathway. It's a little bit far for you to try and spot what's causing it, but you do see that.
Say that again. What do we see one more time? I'm sorry.
Just light.
Light. Okay.
Light, yeah,
Like,
in the
like
distance.
firelight.
The glow of light.
The glow of light.
Like
in the
horizon
sky?
glow, like a city.
Or more like light coming towards us, like torchlight or something.
As you watch it, it doesn't get brighter, so it's not coming towards you. And it does seem too far away for it to be torchlight and still this bright.
Grun's gonna walk over to Rowan and just kind of give him a little nudge. Oh, Rowan. Not 4 hours, but look. Light.
Is it like, can I try to identify like what kind of light it is since I've traveled quite a bit? Is it like the light you see when you're traveling at night coming towards like a larger town? Like on the horizon from their torch lights and stuff like that, just all combining to create that ambient light.
You wouldn't necessarily know, as currently in your travels, most towns, as you come upon them, are like there is forest and trees that are kind of breaking up the light and
Okay.
visibility too much. So you really can't tell.
Okay. Grun, is that a threat? Or do you know if they're a threat to us? Whoever or whatever that may be?
I don't know. I just thought I'd wake somebody up.
Okay.
Do you want to go check it out together?
I'll look over at Chelsea and see what Chelsea's reaction to this light is.
Does
And kind
Chelsea
of point
notice the
over
light?
to it. I'll point to it.
Chelsea does also notice the light about the same time Grun does. Maybe after Grun has noticed it, she is also peeked up to it.
Chelsea is literally just sitting in the sand, looking at you guys while you have this conversation.
Is like, does any of her natural instincts go off? Like, is the back, like, neck fur area standing up or anything?
She seems to just be taking your guys' cue at the moment.
I don't know if all of us should go. Like, if both of us should go. Like, what if
Well,
either you or I went and saw if Chelsea wanted to come with, and then the others stay behind to watch?
okay. That's up to you. If you want to go, you can. I'll go. I need to.
Rochambeau?
Or if you... I'll just go.
I don't really mind going either.
Okay.
You know what? You can yell a lot louder than I can. I probably might be able to run a lot faster than you can. So what if I went
I also
and
have
you
a
stayed
horn.
back? Perfect. So you can horn out if anything's going wrong, and if something's going wrong up ahead, I can just run back and let you know. I might also have an instrument that's loud. I'm gonna look through my bag really quick. That was a lie. But I can run quick if something's wrong.
I'm
Or at the
sure I
very
can...
least, Chelsea can get away.
Okay. All right,
And then I'll turn to Chelsea. Chelsea, do you want to come with?
Chelsea will just kind of stand up, tail wagging lightly.
We gotta be
Ready to
quiet,
follow
pup. I'll give her a pat on the head, and then I guess quietly start moving in the direction of that light.
Okay.
And Grun's gonna put his, like, bedroll and pack in front of the fire that's facing towards the light to try to, like, block off the light of our light shining in that direction.
Okay. So you first crest the dune that you're currently camped out next to, and then slowly make your way up the large slope of the next one. And as you peek over the top of it, you see a you see a large city. The majority of which is dark, unlit. However, it is lit up all around the edges, and there are some small pockets that are brightly lit up, both within the city and also there are small little almost settlements outside of the city, separate from the city itself. And that is what is creating this glow.
All right, I will head back.
Okay.
And once I get back, that's the city up ahead.
Oh,
By your estimation, it is 45-minute walk.
I mean, we're about 45 minutes out. We might be able to wake everyone up, just get into town, and maybe get an inn to really rest up. But that's up to you. I mean, I'm comfortable out here, but I don't know about the other two.
I'm fine, but I don't know how they feel about sleeping out here.
I'll turn to Chelsea. Give me one nose boop if you think we should let Elijah finish out his sleep. Give me 2 nose boops if you think it'd be better to wake him up, get to town, and get a bed for him. And I'll put
Chelsea
my
just
hand out.
looks at you and blinks 2, 3, 4 times and then like tilts her head.
In Sylvan, I will say the exact same thing and put my hand out.
Tilts head the other way.
I don't think she understands.
Or she doesn't know. Okay. I'm just gonna, get on my knees in front of Chelsea, give her a little head rub. And then I will point at the sand, and then Sylvan, you want to sleep out here or on a bed? Okay, this is useless. I'll set out some of my bedroll stuff like a dog bed, and then I'll look at the sand, look at the dog bed, and then look at Chelsea and see which one she takes. God dang it.
Literally sitting there
Graham.
back and forth.
Okay, great.
I think we
It's
should
our
just
call.
let everyone sleep.
You think?
Yeah, I mean, we're really close to the city.
Yeah, my only concern is, I know in some of the other towns, really close to town is usually where a lot of the bandits would hang out in the forests. Not that we could get necessarily snuck up on, but it also might be beneficial.
We're not in a
just to-
forest.
Okay. It may be beneficial to get an inn in town. Get a full night's rest before we get our
Well-
errands over with.
I value your opinion. So what do you think?
I don't really know. I know I'm a bit biased. I kind of like it out here, but are either of them actively look like they're shivering or blatantly cold in their sleep?
As far as you can tell, no. The sleeping bags that you guys have are doing well enough to insulate from the cold. Plus, this is a relatively cold desert night. Relatively.
Oh, well, never mind. Now it's okay. You know what, Grun? Your watch, your call.
I'll just finish my watch, and if you want us to go, then whenever you wake back up, we'll go.
And I will lay back down to sleep.
All right.
Good call, Grun. Good night.
Good night.
The last 2 hours pass. Nothing seems to happen.
Rowan, I'm sorry again. It's not the lights this time, it's 4 hours.
Oh, okay. And I'll just sit up.
Do you want to go?
No, we'll just finish out so you can get some rest.
Okay. If you need me, just yell.
Sure do.
And then he'll just put his head
thing,
straight
will
on
do.
a sand dune.
The same exact spot Rowan was sitting there laying,
Yeah.
sprawled out in the sand dune.
Yeah, just literally you stand up and right in the same spot.
All right, I'm just gonna
Got it.
extend that project, and make sure it's sharp. Like just any final touch,
Mm,
the project that I completed, any
Yes.
final touches, sharpen it. And I'll etch I'll just etch 2 letters into it.
Okay. All right. 4 more hours pass uneventfully, and the sun gate begins peeking through the darkness of the abyss.
All right, everyone, up bright and early. We got a 45-minute march to town. Let's do this. You know, look. All right.
Elijah
You wanna
will
wake up
cast
Elijah?
his disc
Ah.
thingy on the back of the camel, and Chelsea will hop on top of it to ride into town.
We have
I'll walk.
45 minutes, right? All right, so
Yeah.
can't try out number 1.
Because you guys were traveling with one member on Camelback the entire time, and off and on using a floating disc, it managed to cut out half a day's travel.
Wow.
Nice.
So,
Good
as
call
you
from Elijah.
guys come closer to what is now the remnants of Cynthia, you see in the breaking lights of dawn, you can tell it's a city, mostly from the walls that are still up, and the emblems and statues that still stand. However, from the highest peak of that dune, as you head towards it, you get a clear view of what remains of Cynthia. And that is a spattering of buildings along the inner rim, right next to the wall, before it's a large amount of rubble and debris that slowly builds up to a gigantic hole in the ground where the rest of the city once was before it fell. There are small camps around the city. There's a larger. It isn't a town or a settlement necessarily, but it's not a camp. It's much more permanent than that. Outside the gates, just outside the gates, set up. It looks like there's a few buildings, quite a few people actually moving about there, that you can see from this distance. Yeah. Welcome to Cynthia.
Elijah will guide the party towards whatever tavern he might be aware of as the best connection point to get to Elijah's destination.
Okay. Yeah, actually, so you approach this settlement-esque setup, and as you do, you actually see somebody coming out to meet you guys. He is in relatively ornate outfit, definitely cut for the heat of desert, however, sleeveless and such, and he walks out. Welcome. Are you raiders, looters, scavengers, travelers, or Cynthians?
Cynthians. Well, Cynthian, and these are my traveling companions.
I'm standing as far back as back can be right now, by the way, just
Okay. Cynthian. You look a little young to be a Cynthian.
I am.
I am sorry. Well, welcome to what is left. Have you come to pay homage? What
We're
is the purpose?
currently traveling through, just trying to stay at one of the local inns.
Ah, all right. Well,
Unless you can connect me with Jamil.
Jamil.
If you can't,
Arceus?
yes.
I have not heard that name in many years.
Fair enough. Yeah, then we're just passing through.
Very well. Stay safe. If you see raiders, let me know, or any of the others. And don't cause trouble.
Who are you?
Ah, I am unnamed character because I did everything but names.
Oh, that's okay.
His name is Teremy.
Tiramisu?
Teremy. Just look, can you see his name tag there? It says, "Hello, my name is Teremy."
I am Inhelg.
You
Excuse me.
inhaled? What?
Enhelg.
Oh, apologies.
I am a Scythian. I have helped establish the laws of this area, and such, and I help maintain them. So,
Do you know, and Gren will pull out a little letter, a Vopath?
Volpath. Now that is familiar. Cannot place it. Volpath. Volpath.
Probably a big guy, about yay tall.
We get a lot of big men.
Hmm.
Volpath stands
Sure
out
you
though.
do.
Why do I know that name?
Has this handwriting? And Gren will show the note.
Shoot, I don't think I have the note pulled up to know exactly what it says. Here it is. Corkill. Now that's an interesting reference.
Everyone
Volpath
does
and
have
Corkill.
fancy names but me.
Hmm?
Volpath and Corkill. I am sorry, good sir.
Well, that's okay.
If I remember it, I will. If you are still here, I will let you know.
Okay. That's about 26 years old, so, you know.
Oh,
And I don't think this used to be a hole. So,
are you unaware?
hmm? Oh no, I got told that this thing sunk in. So. He's probably dead.
I will check the records. We have a record of who fell with the city. I will check for
Oh,
you.
it's probably a lot of names.
Yes, it is. I hope it is not on there.
I didn't know him.
Luckily, they got the Control F spell.
What is that?
Welcome to Cynthia. And he turns and heads on back.
Grunt, you said you know what happened here? What happened? This was a city before?
Well, yeah, Elijah. I talked to Elijah about it.
Oh. What?
This was a city. It was built into the side of a cavern, so it was under the desert already, and they overdug, compromised the structuring, and it collapsed within itself.
That's terrible.
Yeah, not too great for it. And Elijah will
No.
climb off his camel as we get to the tavern that he's aware of or knows of, having planned his journey this way back.
Yeah, there is an inn tavern. And it doesn't have any fancy name. It's one of the only few buildings in this area. It just has a bed on a swinging sign with a mug. So
That's how we like him.
It's a Best Western.
Elijah will make his way in. Is there anybody he recognizes kind of manning the place, or
I don't think so. I don't think there would ever have been a specific point in time where you actually came out to this area. So,
I will walk up to the innkeeper and I'll say, any way you can get me a message to for Cynthia?
I mean, it's not far from here. We can
Yes, I
we
need
can
to
always
get a
hire someone.
I need to get a ride out there, but I need to get a ride out there paid for by Force.
Oh, well, everybody here is either a looter or a scavenger, so most of them make that trip more often than not.
Did you think I was asking to get into Cynthia?
No. They go to Fort Cynthia. A lot of them are from Fort Cynthia or stop there on their way out or.
Yeah.
whatnot.
Okay. Perfect. Do you know anybody who is willing to go for a cheap amount of gold?
They're all looters and scavengers. They don't cheat.
Obnoxious.
Their time
Great.
is valuable.
How
sorry.
far? Am I aware for how far it is from here to get to the Fort Cynthia?
It's probably about half a day walk.
What's for Cynthia?
Well, it's a much nicer version of where we can stay tonight if possible. And plus we can take care of some debts along the way and maybe get some input on some of your guys' situations. Yeah, I think, what you thinking, Avenal?
Oh, I was just curious for the bartender if they happen to make their own beer.
I mean, we have beer, yeah.
Yeah, but do you make some of it yourself?
No, we buy the cheaper stuff off of the looters who bring it back from the city.
Yeah, I got nothing then. It's all back to you, Elijah.
You guys want to hit the road
Yeah,
to Fort Cynthia and see if we can't get some information on,
Are you saying for Cynthia or for?
Yes.
Yeah, that's my
For
confusion.
Cynthia.
Like
Oh, is
FOR, FOUR.
FOR.
Is it
For
safe
like
to
But
walk
FOR
for
there?
Cynthia is the
is-
town name.
Cynthia is the city name that is collapsed. Fort Cynthia is the town name that we would go to.
But
Oh, is
okay.
it? Yeah, but
Why
is it
would
safe
they
to walk
name it
there?
something absurd?
Hmm.
Hey, do you think that any tavern in for Cynthia, that just sounds weird,
Yes,
makes their own beer?
absolutely.
I want to go.
All right.
But you said it is safe to walk there?
Yeah, it should be fine.
We're kind of still relatively in the desert, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it'll still be desert.
You're in the smack dab center of the desert.
And there's more water skins opened up now.
At this point, there have been a few more water skins opened up.
And I'm assuming there's more cacti outside where we're at.
Probably en route from
I mean,
Cynthia
yeah,
to Fort
yeah.
Cynthia?
So I'm curious. So we're getting water skins, right? Which it says 5 pounds. I mean, 5 pounds is a lot of water, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, how much is a gallon of water? Like, how much do you think that weighs? I'm just gonna look it up.
I was about to do the same.
Less than 1.
A
Are-
gallon of water?
Are you sure? Because it says
8.3.
8.3 is a gallon of water.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
So-
saying. 5 pounds of water would be less
is
than 1 gallon.
yeah.
Oh, I thought you were saying 1 gallon of
Oh,
water.
yeah, I thought you were
Yeah.
saying, yeah, that's what
Pound.
I
was
thought.
like,
too.
you are
too.
wrong. Like, very wrong.
But it's still quite a bit of water.
All right. Okay. All right.
And I will lead them to wherever entrance of Fort Cynthia I am familiar with.
Oh, okay.
Wait, my cactuses.
There's cactuses along the way. It's a 5-hour
okay.
walk.
That's 5 hours. I thought it was like 45 minutes.
No.
Fuck.
It's actually more like 6 hours
Yeah.
walk.
Yeah.
Oh well. All right.
Okay. Let me finish making this place that I wasn't expecting you to go to yet. Okay.
Actually,
So,
why don't we just stay here for the night? Give the DM a little bit more time. And I got something I wouldn't mind doing.
We can stay here for the night if I can find somebody who knows Jamil and can go bring him to us. I'd prefer to do that anyways.
well, like he said, everybody that is in the Tavern Inn at the moment, they are all looters or scavengers. They are all basically for hire for pretty much anything.
I would want to go
you
with
have-
someone I knew had access to Fort Cynthia, though. And if I don't know any of these people,
Okay.
Er-
Roll a perception check.
25.
25. Okay. Yeah, with a 25, as you look around the Tavern Inn trying to spot a familiar face, you don't necessarily spot a familiar face, but you do spot a familiar sigil. You notice one of the individuals is wearing relatively tattered light leather armor, but on the shoulder pauldron, is that what it is? The pauldron of the armor, there is a inlaid emblem of the Cynthian couriers.
Perfect. Yeah, I'll go get that guy. And
Okay.
pretty much give him a message for Jamil to come meet us here at this inn. ASAP. With money.
How many people are in this tavern? Like people that are drinking?
Quite a few. In fact, it is quite massive for the small amount of buildings that are here.
Hey, tavern keeper. I'm not trying to impede on your business or everything. I'm just trying to see, can I get like maybe 3 little cups, like little shot glasses?
You can get shots.
I just need the glasses for right now.
You can buy shots and dump the drink out. You don't.
What's your cheapest shit?
Cheapest shit.
Can we get a shot of ale? 3 of them?
Shut up.
Bar mat juice.
If my thing worked.
Hey, Grun. I know you like ale, buddy.
There it is.
You want to come here really fast?
What do you need?
This man's gonna pour you 3 shots, and you're just gonna go ahead and take him. All right?
What's a shot of ale?
It's a very tiny cup.
But cups are already tiny.
Sorry, I had to pull up my pricing. Yeah, shots. Here, and he pulls out small glasses, pours some ale into them. I guess for that it's a copper.
That's exactly what I want to hear. Grun, if you want to go ahead and just drink these for me, I'd appreciate it, pal.
Grun will very gently grab the glass and take a shot of the ale.
Glass, solid metal.
Oh, okay, we're good. Oh, thank God. I thought they were glass. I was afraid Grun would just. Oh, I broke it.
Grun picks up all 3 at once and just.
Yeah, just like a line of them.
Now,
Is that all the ale I get today?
no, buddy, you'll get some more, I promise. Was it good though? Like, did you actually like it?
It wasn't a lot.
Okay, but could you at least taste it?
There's not a lot of flavor profile with like an ounce.
All right, well, if you want to spend some of your money, buddy, then you can go ahead and order a drink. Now, I take these 3 shot glasses, and I look out. Who here wants to make a quick silver?
I do.
Shut up.
Every
Oh.
single hand.
All right. I just need 3 people, and you get the silver after 1 hour staying with me.
I've been with you for a week.
Shut
Most
up.
of the hands go down.
Are there any still takers?
There are 2 in one of the back corners. Both of them very scraggly looking. Both of them already very clearly drunk.
Yeah, I'm gonna need y'all to sober up if you want this silver.
Pickle juice. Pickle juice.
For a silver for an hour. Nah. You get us drunk or you don't get us.
Who here is not drunk and wants 3 silver for an hour?
Okay, at that, a couple individuals are like, yeah, sure, why not? We're not going back into town.
Yeah, that's perfect. You're gonna need to, like, under my breath, I'm like, you need to stay here anyways.
I can see the horns of the hidden tiefling coming.
So I take my shot glasses and I take my 3 waters and I kind of like sneakily look at the bottom of this and I kind of pour each of them out. Now listen, I come from a high up company and we're looking on a new flavor profile for our alcoholic beverages. Now this is just part of it that goes into the drink, and we just need to see the effects over time that some of this has on people.
What's the name of the company?
Shut up.
Oh.
So I'm gonna let
was
each of you
curious.
take. Actually, you sir, you can go first. You can go ahead and take your pick between the 3 drinks.
Deception roll.
I'm really bad at this.
I just wanted to know what the company's name was.
12.
He takes the shot glass from you. Oh, which one is this?
What do you mean? Like between the
Which-
jugs?
Yeah.
This one, and I hold up the one that's got nothing on the bottom.
Oh, no, I'm not asking in character. I'm asking as the DM.
Oh, okay.
Oh no.
So he picked up first. Okay, so you know what? I'll have you kind of pick. There's 3 shots sitting in front of him. The one
E6.
furthest to his left is 1. And then 2 is just the one furthest.
1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, you pick 1, 2, or 3, and then I'll tell you the corresponding one.
Okay. He grabs the one in the middle. Number 2.
Okay, that's the one that
Oh,
I
no.
took.
Okay. He swirls it for a second.
Simple
Sniffs it.
syrup.
I'm furiously writing down in my journal, by the way.
Down. And like professionally down.
God, yes.
That's not bad. I like that. Go with that one. I don't need to try the other 2.
Okay.
His 2 friends each also grab the other ones.
All right.
Oh
Let's see.
no. Oh
One of
no.
One of them, it goes down and he kind of.
Now we were kind of going for like more of like a Tabasco taste there. So.
That's not.
Oh, okay.
That's
So
not.
little off the
You're
mark.
fucking
Okay.
bad.
Can you tell? Well, he didn't say it, so I mean maybe it's just your taste buds. Anyways, we're not going to argue about it. What did it taste like?
Have you had a apple pie?
Yes.
Have you ever had a steak?
Yes.
Oh no.
The same time. It's not bad.
The table raised
But
like
also-
12 inches.
Also, I wouldn't drink that. I wouldn't pay for it.
All right. So write down all in one dinner and dessert combination. Got it.
And that was the one that Grun had tried, correct?
Okay.
That
Yes.
fucked me
Yes.
up.
And then the other one, seeing the other 2 getting fairly good, goes downs it. You see it go down his throat, and then he immediately is trying to get it back up.
Now, to be fair, I haven't tested that one. I had tested the other 2, so I apologize for that.
Yeah, don't serve that to anybody ever. I'd actually like my 3 silvered now.
See, no, don't eat that.
That
Is that the
What?
one that I had?
that's the one nobody has had. That tastes like
That's the mystery meat one.
All right. Hey, I'll
it tastes
give you.
swamp ass.
Okay, I'll give you the 3 silver. But are you okay just to like sit
Wait,
with
how
for the
do
next
you-
hour still?
Don't
How do you
question.
know
I'm
what
not
swamp
going
ass
anywhere.
tastes like?
Huh?
Friend.
Swamp.
You said
I'm
you're not
not going
Oh,
anywhere.
okay.
No.
Yeah. By the way, I'll just go ahead and pay all of you up front. Here's your 3 silver.
Appreciate.
Hey, question for you.
I'm a man of.
Third one.
Yeah, I'm a man of my word. So yeah, there y'all go. You just please sit at this table with us. And Elijah Roan, Grundy Bunny, you want to come over here and have a seat with us?
Yeah, I'm already over here. I'm still curious as to this third person here. How do you know what swamp ass tastes like?
Have you ever been to a swamp?
And have
And
you ever
eaten
eaten
ass.
ass?
Have you ever been to a swamp? Now imagine getting knee deep in the swamp water, going down, scooping up the biggest handful you can of that muck, and just right in. That's what it
Oh,
tastes
so
like.
you mean swamp mud? And again, you've done this. As Rowan just slowly pulls out a book and
No.
I
If
think
you
they're meaning
ever-
they fell in it.
Yeah, he sees Rowan starting to take notes, and he's like, I'm liking that you're into this right now.
he'll just slightly like turn the book so Grun can see it, and the note he took down is, "Man, I'm gonna piss this dumbass off."
Wait, I want to write
So-
something. Can
Hi,
I
So
write
you're
something?
telling me that you accidentally
wait, stop harassing my nice colleagues here, right?
I did not turn it so Avenal could see it, only so Grun could.
I know, but I see that you keep talking to him, like you continuously ask him questions about it, and I'm trying to make sure that my clientele has the best time that they can. Even though the taste was not to their liking, I will not have my clients harassed. All right?
Oh,
So what
the
company was that again?
Well, you shut the fuck up.
Wait, Avenal, is this the stuff?
This is the good stuff.
Oh, okay, and Rowan will sit back and just intently watch to see what happens. I thought it was the ale.
So, cards?
Yes.
Sure.
Card.
I don't
Great.
know.
All right,
don't-
let's deal out. And one of them pulls out a
Hey, we're not playing for
very-
money though, right?
grungy. We always play for money.
And why
What
would
else
you
is there to
play cards?
Well,
I don't know how
just
to play
thought
cards.
maybe for fun. You know what? Obviously, I am not the best one to play with. I'll tell you what. Rowan here, you
I was
can
gonna
play
say
cards.
that
You
you
can play
could-
cards with these gentlemen. I'll scoot my seat back. Right? I'm just gonna
Avenal, I
observe.
have no money.
Here's 9 copper.
I guess we're starting with 9 copper then. All right.
I just love to piss
I'll
all
play.
my money
Hey,
away.
can I technically couldn't I just not let any of my facial muscles move? So
Poker
any
face.
bluffing I have would be like a perfect poker face. Technically,
no.
And I'm gonna go stand in the back of the room, and every
Alright.
time I see anything, I'm just guidance.
Writing it down immediately.
Guidance.
Got it.
No, I'm
So-
casting guidance on Rowan every time like I see that he's about to do something, and then I'm observing.
Oh.
And,
Okay.
Chelsea's gonna
Guidance.
randomly wander around the bar while Elijah pulls out some coins. And then Chelsea might end
Alright.
up behind them.
Oh
So,
yeah, here we go.
Alright,
Oh,
everybody
that's so
go
good.
and take 3d12 and
I
roll
only
them.
have 2.
For those of us that aren't playing, we're not doing that, right?
Well,
No, you don't have to. No.
Grun doesn't know how to play cards, but he'll try.
All right. One of them slowly tries to give you pointers as you play.
Oh,
Everybody,
okay.
So roll 3d12 and they start
Mhm.
shuffling out. The very raggedy, very musty looking cards look like they were actually just pulled out of the city today. Roll those. Make sure you like write down what you got. All right.
Oh, like as each like total, or are they gonna be separate
Individually.
numbers? Okay.
Individually.
Let me write that down real quick.
All right.
I'm keeping track of what I rolled on those dice by using other dice.
I mean,
So
if
it's
it
just
works.
it's just 3d12 and then that's it, right?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Everybody, get your cards. 1 copper piece in. All right. So you'll go ahead and put, explaining to Grun. Go ahead and put a copper piece in if you like your cards. Okay. If you don't like your
How do we know
cards-
if we like our cards? Do
Well,
we as
okay.
players get to know the mechanics, DM? Since I'm
It's
assuming some of
poker.
us have played cards before.
It's poker.
Yes. So how do my dice rolls impact what cards I have?
So there's 13 cards in a real deck, like per suit. There's it's basically each of your roll is one of those cards minus 1. There's just basically poker without a king.
Okay.
Because they just fished out of the city and some of the cards are missing.
Specifically all the kings, and also there's a whole bunch of other cards shuffled in, so it's not a proper deck.
They have scrounged this together.
Yes. Okay.
And they just couldn't find that third king.
Player
So-
likes the cards. Grun is just like cards.
So
This one has a face on it. Should I keep it?
If you don't like your cards, right? You don't put money in, and you just give us the card back, all the cards back. Okay. If you do like your
Rowan will
cards,
not put money in.
you can put a copper in, match everybody else. If you really like your cards, you can put more than a copper in.
Copper.
Copper.
All right. No. All right. One of them puts 2 copper in.
2 more on top of
Insight
it.
check.
Puts a copper and then follows it with another copper, and
Okay.
then 2 of them don't put any in.
I put.
I want to
another
watch the
copper in.
guy.
Yeah, go ahead. Insight check.
Yeah, I was gonna say him throughout this whole match. I'm gonna watch him.
Okay.
Grun has put in the copper.
All right. So
Ooh.
Grun has followed up.
Guidance.
Elijah.
Elijah will follow up as well, and I'm just assuming that my passive insight's going off the whole time for these guys, which is a 16. So I don't, unless you want me to roll every time, I'm happy to do that too.
We'll do. Let's go with passive. It's easier than
gotta-
rolling every time.
I got
Hey.
a 22.
Did you put your
22?
guidance on that?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I had a guidance on that?
Yeah, remember I
Yeah.
specified at the beginning of this.
Oh,
I'm giving you
okay.
guidance.
Oh, well, in that case, it's a 26.
Okay.
Mm.
Was anybody else inciting?
Grun is too focused on numbers.
Okay. Elijah.
Yeah, Elijah's gonna insight. Do you want me to roll or
Wait.
just take the passive?
Insights. I'll have you roll.
It's a 9
No, wait,
for
I
this one.
9. Okay. Rowan. He seems to be trying to keep a straight face. Like noticeably
Happy
trying.
or dejected?
You can't tell. He's just trying not to make a face, and it's noticeable. All right. And
Who's sitting off my left and right?
Elijah and Grun.
Oh, they're just right. Okay. I'm going to extend under the table, like trying to keep it hidden, just barely moving my arm. Instead, I want to extend my project and tap Elijah on the knee twice.
Okay.
Is that a
Hope
code
he
for your
understands
penis?
at all what that means.
What was that?
He said he's gonna
He
put his
was,
project on Eric's knee, and I said, "Is that code word for his penis?"
Okay. Elijah, you feel 2 taps on your knee from under the table as one of the 2 that have folded flips over 3 cards: a 12, a 9, and a 9.
Oh no.
When I folded, I have to flip over mine.
No. Nope. They just
Oh,
took
okay.
it.
I thought we were playing poker. Are
alright,
are we doing regular poker or are we doing just highest numbers?
regular.
Oh, okay. Okay, there's still hope.
So there's more. Are there more cards that are gonna come down, or are those the 3 cards that came down?
Those are the first 3 cards that came down.
What were they again?
1299.
And we have 3 cards in our hand?
Yeah.
3 cards in hand?
Okay.
Yeah, because I forgot numbers.
Ah,
So 12.
they messed
9.
up their deal, rather.
Yes. He puts another copper in.
I put another copper in.
I'll put another copper in.
Okay. And since everybody has 3 cards already, they're only gonna pull 1 more.
Oh, come on. Come on, Lady Luck. Let's go.
6. All right.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna look at you two, waiting for you to flip.
I have this, and it's 7, 8, and 10.
7, 8.
So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
10.
Okay.
Straight beats me. And yeah, straight beats me because the straight beats 2 pair all day long.
Yeah, he's gonna flip his cards over.
Fish
One
for that
to
full
5.
house. Oh.
2 pair.
Straight beats
And
2 pair.
You just got 8 copper. Congrats.
I won.
job, Grun.
Again?
Woo! Nice job, Grun. That'll get
8
you another
copper.
drink.
I'm
Neil,
gonna go buy drinks now. And
Again?
Grun's gonna just get up from the table.
Okay. One of the guys has stopped paying attention. He's just sitting there like this, staring at the center of the table.
Which one's that? Which one's that?
The one who drank number 3.
Oh, the one that Grun had. Oh no.
Ron had.
Oh yeah, I did right next to jug number 3. All I have written down is zonkers.
Okay.
Incredibly zonked.
You know, we should have probably gone through one of the boards that's supposed to make sure your research projects are humane and
ethics committee?
because this isn't.
Grun had
An ethics committee,
pinky. Grun dipped his pinky in some. This dude had a shot.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And he's
this
half
guy's
the size.
gonna wake up in 4 days.
Okay. The guy goes, another round?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Hey,
Oh,
which one's the guy dealing? Is that number 1 or number 2?
Currently it is number 2 is the one that you had already tried, right?
Correct.
He's the one who can see
Number
smells.
2 is the one dealing. Yeah. Number 2 is the one
Is he
dealing.
just like looking around every once in a while like
Not yet.
All right.
All right.
no, he's
Oh,
good.
wait. How long did it take for number 3 to kick in?
It has been like at most 5 minutes.
Okay,
It's been
2d12s
a
this
round
time,
of-
or
It's been a round of poker.
2d12s this time, or 3 again?
2d12. 2d12, so I do it correctly.
Ooh.
Okay.
Probably make this a little more interesting, and Elijah will put a silver in the middle.
I'm
The
gonna
two
turn to
currently paying
Avenal.
attention and dealt 2. Perk up. Oh.
Perfect.
Perfect.
I walk over to the one that zonked, and I just kind of kneel down and I kind of whisper in his ear, "Do you happen to remember what the flavor profile of that drink was?" Mm-hmm. Great. I'm loving this. There's great insight right now. Flavor profile. What did you taste when did you taste when you tasted it? This is very important for the research. Remember, I paid you 3 silver for this information.
Air tastes like silver.
Yes. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Perfect.
Speaking of
And I
silver,
slowly
Avenal.
I fade back into the shadows.
Avenal, I'll need another couple silver to keep playing.
Hell no. You know how much silver I just paid these 3 men?
I don't have any money.
The 2 guys, they each joyfully slide a silver in.
I will hand Rowan 5 silver from the 15
Party
silver from the party funds.
From the party funds, that is mostly all of Rowan's gold.
You now have 15 silver. Add it to your character sheet. I removed it from the party funds.
And then, one
I'll
goes
put a
into the
silver
pot.
in.
Grun, are you in? Nope.
No.
Okay.
Round 1, he thought that was the end.
Nice. Okay. They. Alright.
Hey, Grun, while they're doing that, why don't you try to arm wrestle some of these guys and win some coin? Yeah.
I don't think they would fall for that.
They slowly flip over. 2, 7, and 12.
Is the guy that's zonked? Is he currently playing?
No.
Okay,
No,
I'm curious
he
about
did not
something
get
then.
dealt 10.
Since Grun gave me a fantastic idea, considering he said he didn't believe that anybody would take that deal, I walk back over to my fine friend over there, and I just kind of lean down and be like, "Hey, you see that guy there?" And I grab the sides of his head and I slowly turn it. You see that guy right there, that big guy? How would you feel about arm wrestling that guy? Does that seem like something you'd be down for? You're in the mood. I got it. All right. Hey, Run. We got to take her.
Oh no.
Grun's gonna walk over and try to whisper to Avenel, I don't want to hurt him.
Listen. Instead of putting out your entire hand, just kind of put out just like your index finger.
But that's not arm wrestling, that's finger wrestling.
Listen, your finger is kind of like an arm to this guy right now, so it kind of is. But I mean, it's
Grun's
completely
gonna
up to you.
compare. Oh, Grun's gonna put out the whole hand just to see how they compare.
He could easily grab your index finger, probably like 8. I mean, no, his fingers will connect, but it'll be
Is he a halfling?
no.
Imagine a
He's a
halfling
human.
took a shot of that.
They'd be.
I was just
dead.
wondering, is Grun
He's a
that big? How big is Grun?
Grun is 8
I'm
feet
8 foot tall.
8 feet.
Yeah, I'm literally all muscle.
Okay. Did I tell you guys 2, 7, 12 was the first flip? Okay. One of them, 2 silver. This is the same one that went all the way through last time.
I'm
Will I
fading back
use
right
the
now.
same old insight check, or do I need to make a new one?
What was your old one?
That was a 26.
You don't need to. He is no longer. He is struggling to hide, as one half of his face is just.
Because he's high.
I was gonna clean.
I write it down. Which number was that? Which number was that?
The other one is going to slide in a single silver piece.
I'll call as well.
Okay.
So he looks like he's happy about his cards, or like he's laughing that he's bullshitting?
He's happy you're believing that he might have something good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does that smile increase when other people put money in, or
Yes.
diminish? Oh, okay. I'll fuck it. I'll call. It's not
Okay.
my money. It's the party's.
All right. That's a 1. At this point, he has cracked a full smile. The other dude puts in a single silver.
So
And that
what
dude
numbers
puts
do we have out again?
2, 7, 12, 1.
Okay.
And then the dude who is fully happy right now slides in 4 silver pieces.
Paul?
Okay.
I'll look him directly in the eyes, and I will put in 8 silver pieces. So I'll raise him by 4.
Oh shit.
Oh my god.
All right. The one dude who puts a single one in is like, nah, and he backs up from the table. The full-grinning dude just locks eyes with you, slides 4 silver in.
Okay.
4 more
Do you want me to
Elijah
make
will
any
also
sort of
call.
associated charisma check of any sort, or is he just? He's
He is very
Okay.
obviously like, y'all lost.
Okay.
All right,
Last card.
last card, 6. He's gonna very confidently flip over his 3 and 1.
I'll flip over my 12 and 1.
And Elijah will flip over 2 ones.
Oh.
Don't mind if I take
Ooh.
this pot from you guys.
I'll look over at the one across me.
He
Bit
is
cocky, are you?
still-
How's that feel?
He's still very smiling and just looks you dead in the eyes and just locks with you.
Wait, he's now is this like an uncomfortable smile? Like he has no reason to be smiling and he just can't stop, or this is very important for
He's just-
research.
He's just smiling. He is happy right now.
I'm like, oh, look at that! Elisha wins, and I wrap my arms around the other 2 gentlemen that I have not seen like quite the reactions I was hoping for yet, and I kind of looked at them. Now, how are we feeling, gentlemen?
The smiley dude looks at you and he's like, I'm doing great. This is a great day. I'm
We
loving
made
this.
antidepressants.
I'm
Yep.
having so
Which
much fun right
which one
now.
was this? Which one was this?
Number 2?
Oh, this was the
The-
sea smells.
How much
Mhm.
silver did I just rake in from that?
34.
Mm-hmm.
What's the other guy?
Rowan, you've been depleting from what you pulled, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, okay.
So I've
the other
got-
dude, however, he's just sitting there like absolutely the same.
Ah. I think we
No
found the
change
water.
whatsoever so far.
Does my guy want
Uh,
to arm wrestle for money or for fun?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I didn't know.
Go ahead and
Hey, let's make
how
it
hard is Green
interesting.
Try.
Grun
I'm gonna
doesn't
put-
want to break him. That's the issue. Is Grun knows how strong he is, so he's just gonna wait for the resistance and then
Okay.
just slowly push up against it.
Before they start, I want to point at the dude who's going up against Grun. I'll be like, hey, let's make it interesting. I'll put 3 gold on my friend here.
He leans in close to you.
He's not gonna win.
I'll put 4 gold.
He's not gonna win.
Oh my god! Yes, yes.
I'll
So
stick to 3 and I'll look over at Elijah with like a hand slightly out.
If I just throw gold at him, just eat it.
oh man,
4 gold.
if I could
Okay.
bet on myself, I would have.
Well,
Is this
He's gonna-
just a strength roll?
you don't have to roll. I
Oh,
already
because that-
rolled for him.
Oh, because I nat 20'd. That's why.
Because Grun is aware currently that this dude is not gonna beat him.
We're swindling
You do-
swindlers.
You do try to be cautious with him, and he just elbow off the table, full body is trying to push your hand down.
If I
Hey,
can,
double or
I'll
nothing, make it
let him
10.
win. I'll let him win, like really close, like put his whole body weight, and then I'll just pick him up and
Yeah.
put him back down on the other side.
As he starts to
As his elbow passes here, you do hear cracking noises,
Oh, I don't want to hurt him.
and then his hand does touch the table, but he is still sitting upright.
And then I'll
Oh,
let go and be
dang.
like, "Are you okay?"
His arm just kind of slumps down.
Okay.
It's a
and then-
painkiller.
Damn it.
It's a painkiller.
Grun's just gonna grab all the money. Okay, whose money's whose?
That's all mine.
All yours?
And I will give it right over to the party pot that Elijah's got.
Okay.
Okay.
The
I
one
spent
dude
9
who's
silver
typically
on this.
minus just
You gotta spend money to make money, right? So I mean, I spent 9 silver, but we've made
Oh, I've still
a
How
lot
much
of
gold?
money.
Yeah, how much was that even?
8.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh.
The one dude who's perfectly fine is just kind of realizing that you guys are fucking with his friends, and he's like, "All right, look, guys, did you put something in those?"
What do you mean? I told you this was experimental substances for my company.
You
I
didn't
did
tell us
not
to
lie.
Do this.
I didn't know it would do this. Well, I had tried a sip and I felt good, but I definitely wasn't like that. And I point to the guy that's absolutely zonkered right now.
Oh, I thought you were gonna talk about the guy who's just like Joker,
No,
the
definitely.
Joker over
And to be fair, I am normally pretty chipper as much as that fellow is, so I don't think I could have known. But I mean, and
Hey.
you threw yours up, and that was the only one I didn't taste. So I don't think that in any case
Didn't
scenario
throw
this.
his up.
Well, didn't he?
He gagged.
Oh, he gagged.
No, he
Well,
Well,
and to be fair, I did
also,
not
in
try yours,
fairness-
and you're fair, right? So, I mean, theoretically speaking, you should all be fine then. I just don't think-
Additional fairness,
Hey, but
you
look,
did
you guys
take
are
the money.
swindling us
You
for
did
money.
agree to it. No.
You're not swindling me. I get that. I lost my money fine. Them two, though, that's me.
How?
How?
Nothing different than
How?
playing a
I
drunk.
had absolutely no idea this was. I mean,
Oh, wait,
He's-
this person
He
stands
stood
up.
up.
He
Oh.
stands up, reaches
Grun.
for the hilt of his dagger,
Grun's
and
gonna
immediately
rise up.
his face hits the table.
Oh, I was gonna say Grun's gonna rise up and you just see a shadow over the guy.
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Wait. He stands up and he does what exactly? Please tell me.
He stands up, reaches for the hilt of his dagger as if he's gonna go for you guys for taking the money, and immediately collapses face first onto the table.
I was gonna say
Ah,
Grun was
I
gonna
think-
whack-a-mole him on the top of his head and crump.
Anyone who's like looking, I'll just be
Yes.
like, I think he may have had a little too much today. We'll go ahead. And
Yeah,
help
tavern
him
keeper.
out.
This man cannot hold his liquor. You might want to get him a room for the night. It's gonna be on him though.
Does he have a room? I'll carry him there.
I'll
He's got
reach.
a room.
Okay, perfect.
Here, I'll
Yeah.
pick up the dude and sling him over my shoulder.
Jug one,
He is still
erase
breathing.
nothing.
He is
Knocked
healthy.
out. How long did it take for that to kick in?
That was
10
probably half an hour.
Half an hour, got it.
I
Grun will
was
carry
ready to
that.
Murk that
Yeah,
dude.
Grun will
Shit.
carry that guy up to his room, wherever the barkeep tells
Sony
him
dude
to
is
go.
now just gone. Absolutely gone. And Smiley dude has leaned his neck back in the chair and is staring up at the beams of the ceiling, moving his head as
see,
if
buddy?
he's watching something swing.
What are you seeing, bud?
Now, are you seeing howler monkeys? I had a weird trip about this one time.
All houses are just trees that have been turned into other things.
Yes, they are.
They're like tree zombies.
Yes, they are.
Tree zombies.
Because we
Yes, they
killed the
are.
trees and made them into something else.
Now, this is the guy that was very
Is
happy,
the
right?
mimic a real tree zombie?
But
This is number 2.
okay. Perfect.
What's a mimic?
Very high?
A tree zombie.
No, but like what? Elijah, what's a mimic?
That's a mimic. And he points over at a empty chair. That's definitely a mimic. Everybody careful. He slowly
Oh,
stands
shit.
up and crawls
This
with
is a
his
bad
sword.
idea.
Wait.
Hey,
Hey, wait. I get in front of him. Wait.
I'm gonna kill the mimic.
Wait.
If
Hey,
you're
wait.
protecting-
I'm not
you're
protecting it.
protecting a
I'm
mimic.
going to kill it for you, right? I paid you money. You are basically under my protection in this moment. So let me go kill the mimic. You don't have to worry about anything.
You're like a bodyguard that paid me.
Exactly. Now here's exactly
And he
what I want
sits
you to
back
do.
down.
And I looked over to Elijah really fast. I'm like, Elijah, what's a good name for a business for like an alcohol company? I need it quick. I need it very quick. You're being very slow,
Golden
Elijah.
goose.
Golden goose.
Golden
hey,
goose.
so when everything's over and I kill this mimic and we go our separate ways, and you're seeing all your friends, right? Tell them that there's going to be a new production by a company called the Golden Goose, right? It's going to be alcoholic beverages. Now it's pricey, but it is going to make you feel fantastic. All right.
Perfect.
Perfect. Now I'm gonna go take care of this mimic. Now we're
I'm gonna go back to looting, and he stands up and starts walking towards the door of the tavern.
perfect.
Is provocative.
And as he like walks out, I'm like, have at thee, mimic. Like, act like I'm at least.
He does a mild cheer as he walks out into the desert.
He's
Oh,
never
no.
coming back.
I have a question. Can Grun be nice to this guy that he carried up to his room? I want to gingerly take off his dagger. Is it nice looking though?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Does he have a coin purse on him?
Be nice, robs him.
I don't. I just want. Grun just wants to look inside of it.
So inside the coin purse, you see 18 gold, 32 silver, and 56 copper. You also see a handful of gems. Dusty. You look like they've been pried out of things. And in his room, you also see a large bag with trinkets. It looks like that. It look like they've been pried out of the ruins.
And this dude is still zonked, like knocked out.
Mm-hmm. KO'd.
Grun's gonna take his shoe. Grun's gonna take his shoes off and place them down nice. Make sure he's all fluffed up. Take that little nice coin pouch. And just gingerly walk downstairs with it. Barkeep, how much does he owe you for a room? This is his coin purse. How much does he owe you?
You already paid for.
Oh, I thought he owed you more because he. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll go return this. Hey, can you?
Give that back.
Yeah, no.
Actually-
It's because he was. I thought you had to pay for tonight.
Mhm.
Okay, I'll go. Hey, Rowan, can you come here and help me? He's kind of struggling in the bed. I want to make sure he's pinned up in the bed good.
Rowan, you can stay right there. I will oversee. Well, actually, you can still come, but I just want to make sure that I
Or
oversee.
can you get a bucket so he doesn't puke?
I'll grab a bucket, and he goes and he grabs a bucket, and he's like,
Hey,
"All right, let's head
Avenal,
out."
how about you watch your third
Here.
friend?
Okay, I'll
No, I
take the
think he's
bucket.
good. I want to.
It's my room. I gotta help.
I
make sure
walk.
it's all okay.
I walk over
Okay.
to Grunt and I look at him like, "Don't you wreck the golden goose name? You hear me?"
I'm going to look at Avenal and open up the pouch just real quick while the barkeep
Hey,
is
hey,
walking up the
Look at
steps.
me. Look at me.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm about to charge for this
Mhm.
alcohol, gonna
Mhm.
make us way more than whatever this guy has. You hear me?
There's a
We're
lot
gonna-
of gems in here.
Yeah, we're gonna but hey, we're gonna make this money the clean entrepreneurial way, okay?
But they didn't make it the clean way, and I want money.
Well, buddy, you're helping me make money the clean way, and aren't we supposed to be better? How would you feel if somebody I know they couldn't, right? Because your village is strong. But what if somebody came into your village and just took everybody's gold?
We don't really use a whole lot of gold.
This is an analogy, right? Okay, you know what an analogy is? It means it's made up. All right. It's like a
okay.
story, like a made-up story. Does that make sense?
Well,
It's a story to teach a lesson. All right. You know what a lesson is,
okay.
right?
Avenal, listen. If you want a gem, take one. If not, I'm gonna go return
I don't
it.
want to.
But
I don't want to.
this person stole a lot of stuff up there.
Okay, if he stole a lot of stuff, that means that he probably, and listen to me very carefully on this, he probably was the strongest out of all the other people that could have possibly stole it. Because if he's got a lot of loot, that means a lot of other people didn't get a lot of loot. Does that make sense?
Oh.
So if he's got a lot of loot, he's probably either very powerful or very strong or got a lot of influence, and we can't have that tarnishing our name. What if he
But I
comes
don't
after
have-
us?
Then I protect you.
But, buddy, maybe, and hear me out here, this is a wild concept. Maybe instead of protecting me, we just don't put us in a situation where I need protecting in the first place.
But you drugged him, which
I-
put us in a
I didn't drug
situation.
I offered him money to take a foreign substance, which he agreed to. I did not drug him. And I say that very loud.
I do want to, Avenal.
Yes.
You are from the nation of Cynthia. How attentive were you growing up to post fall? Growing up, how attentive were you to the conversations surrounding Cynthia and looters?
So after the fall, I mean, I would say as a kid, I'd probably have tried to listen quite a bit, especially to what my father would have said. I think in college, I probably would have listened a little bit less, just because I was trying to focus more on my schoolwork. So,
well, your school was also in the Elivarian Empire, not Cynthia, so that's a ways away.
Right. So, I mean, it would just be like in passing when I came back home.
Okay.
I'd probably ask.
You'd be aware that scavengers and looters are actually a legally recognized job position with contracts and licensing, not theft. So if that is what this guy is, then it's not necessarily stolen, but also you are aware that raiding is a third separate category that is considered a criminal in regards to what this guy has.
I look Grunt in the eyes. How many gems does this guy got?
A lot. And there's more upstairs, I think.
Hey, okay. So here's what I'm gonna say, right? You're gonna go up there before the bartender, okay?
Okay.
For a very special project, I need 2. Count it 2, close to identical in size, same color gems, okay?
What about in this bag right here that I have in my hand?
Yeah, okay. That's what I'm saying.
That
In
has
the back of the
gems.
room. Yeah, open it up, right? Open it up. They need to be about yay big, and I kind of fold up like a fist size, and I just kind of hold out a
His
fist.
size.
Yeah, no. Go. You said there's more gems, right? So go up there, find like the bigger gems, right? That are the same color, and of the appropriate size that I've talked about. Other than that, how much do you think these gems are worth? You said you have no need for money. Would I know how much these gems are worth?
I like money.
I don't know if you... Is that information you would have tried to pick up on your traveling?
Well, I'm more so talking about like just gone shopping on the everyday with my mother. And I also feel like because of her exquisite taste, my idea is probably a little inflated.
Yeah. Yeah, you're they definitely look like the kinds of gems that your mom has paid quite a lot of money for.
Like how much
in
we
the
talking?
past. In one specific instance you remember her paying for a jeweled necklace for 500 gold pieces.
Yeah, hey Grun, we're gonna be taking
Yeah.
more of these gems. Okay, so listen to me.
We could take all of it. He's asleep upstairs.
Grun's villain arc.
Well, no, we need money.
Those shot
so we can
glasses are
travel.
still back on the table, yeah. I look at him. I'm going to whatever afterlife is for bad people in this, and I kind of I take out my third jug, and I'm like, screw the shot glass. Well, I actually take out back jug number 1, the one that he took a shot from. I'm like, you just pour a little bit in his mouth when you're up there and nobody's looking, okay? And then you take as many gems as you want.
Who's?
The guy that's up there sleeping, right?
Yeah.
Take this jug.
He's already asleep.
Yeah, he needs a little hydration, buddy.
Oh, okay.
So pour just
Oh my god.
Just pour
This
a
is
little.
terrible, terrible, terrible thing that you're doing.
Is this
pour-
water?
No, buddy, this is not water, okay?
Abaddon is actually the villain.
Why?
Yeah.
This is not water, buddy, okay? This is the stuff he's already drank, okay? And this is
How
what
much
knocked
do
him
I
out.
give him?
You just pour just a little bit, just a tiny little bit in his mouth. You do not pour that much, you hear me? You do not pour that much.
Oh, not a grun little.
No,
An
not a
Avenal
grunt little. An Avenal little, buddy. You
Okay.
comprehend me?
And Grunt's just shakily holding the can, the little water jug in the bag of
Okay,
gems.
maybe this is a two-person job. Hey, Rowan, buddy. Rowan's still nearest, right?
I sat back down at the table.
Hey, Rowan, come here, buddy. Hey, listen.
What?
So, oh wait, you're
Maya's
muted.
muted.
The bartender has walked up the stairs with a bucket and a mop.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Is that a
Okay.
WAP?
Yeah.
Okay. So, hey, the bartender's up there, right?
Mm-hmm.
I look around really fast and I try to find like that little shot glass again, and you know the liquid is clear, right? So, if you want to, you can tell the bartender this is water. You know, trying to help out a little bit.
No.
But
And Rowan's just gonna walk and sit back down at the table.
Rowan, we could make.
Anyway, Elijah, as I
could-
was saying before.
I go back over to Rowan and I interrupt his conversation. Like, we can make literal thousands of gold. Thousands, Rowan.
Like right as he walks over, as I'm putting the silver and copper I've won from that poker game into the group bag. I'm gonna be honest, Avin. All I think you should use your context clues and realize that you might just be asking the wrong person.
I guess I gotta do whatever great businessman does, and I gotta do this myself. Right. Hey, okay, so, Grun, you and me, buddy, right? Just like in the beginning, just you and me.
I don't. Wait.
Listen,
It wasn't just you and me in the beginning.
yeah, but it kind of was for like the first 10 minutes, so.
Yeah, but I don't know if I feel comfortable doing this anymore.
But you said you wanted those gems.
I have the gems in my hand,
That is a good point. You are correct.
but I was trying to pay for the room, but I was also really intrigued by how shiny they were.
How many gems are in this bag? And I kind of like look around and make sure nobody's looking, and we kind of both just peer in.
I said there was 32 silver, right? No.
18 gold, 32 silver, and something in copper.
56 copper.
Thank you. On
That's a
top
big
of
bag.
all of that mixed in, you do see there's visibly at least 5, possibly more.
Grun, do we just take all the gems?
Here, I'll let you decide. And Grunt hands
Do not
back to Avin.
put this on me. I'm not doing this alone.
I was
know
just
what?
gonna.
You know what? I'm sticking with my guns.
Mhm.
Just put it all back.
Okay.
I'm sorry,
And
I talked
Grun-
about it.
Grunt's gonna walk upstairs with the bag.
But he was kind of an ass, so do give him this water, and I give him that shot still.
Well, in the bag, are there 2 identical-looking gems that are like?
Large sized.
How large are we talking large?
What, like
A little
half
bit
dollar
bigger,
size?
a little bit bigger than my eye.
Like half dollar size,
no,
maybe,
no.
or quarter.
I think we're talking about really small gems here, you
Right,
guys.
that's
like,
and that's what I figured, and that's
Yeah.
that's why I said like when he was describing the bag upstairs, I have absolutely no idea how big those gyms are up there. So that's why I was asking for the gyms upstairs. Are they that big? If not, then don't worry about it.
Grunt will walk upstairs.
Have fun, buddy.
You enter his room. He is still unconscious, asleep, now snoring in his bed as the shopkeeper kind of checks around, makes sure that everything is clean and okay. He's actually walking out to the door as you approach with the bucket and
Yeah, I just thought bucket in case he needs to puke.
you mean
Yeah.
leave it. Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
got his shoes off and his knife so he doesn't stab himself.
Smart man. Then he goes and he sets the bucket down by the bed.
Here, so that you returned it to him, because I don't want him being mad at us.
Thank you. And he goes and you see him set it down on the dresser on the side of the bed. Thank you, kind sir.
Okay,
Let's let him rest now though.
okay.
And he walks out.
Grun's going to be... The boulder is conflicted! The boulder wants the shiny gems!
The
They are
boulder is
shiny.
conflicted about fighting the tiny girl.
Yeah. Yeah. The boulder sees more money than he's ever seen laying in that pouch, and really could use it for the party. Grun walks downstairs.
Okay.
Proud of you, buddy. I'm really proud of you.
So,
you made the right decision.
So Elijah, you're telling me that a mimic is something that looks like something else and then eats people or living creatures?
No, think of it more as it's a goo substance, right? Like kind of like a gelatinous cube, right? But this particular jello-like substance has the ability to form itself and change its color to reflect regular everyday items, and it uses that to bait in more intelligent forms of life and consume them. So it could be anything from a chair to a table to more often they try to hide in things that people would be interested in exploring even if they don't have a reason to, like a chest that might have money in it, so you might go look at it even though it's not yours. And that kind of creates these moments where people get caught in their own greed, dying to it. Yeah.
And then it eats them?
Oh yeah, that's the idea.
And it becomes what it eats?
It can sometimes. It just kind of depends.
Oh, well, that's very cool. Thank you for helping me learn about this mimic.
Hello. Excuse me. It's the man that approached you guys upon entering the area. What's the large fellow?
Grun?
Yes, that one.
Oh, he's helping someone who was a bit too overserved get to their room and be safe.
Okay, well, I figured out, not dead. Not dead, not in the death records. I knew the name. Earthshifter. The Earthshifter. He's at the arena. He's the currently leading winner. Big dude. Yeah, no, you guys don't have, you're just traveling. You don't have looter or scavenge licenses to get into town. Shoot.
Hey, but how would one obtain the license?
We'll have those licenses soon enough. Right, Maya, correct me if I'm wrong, but Jamil, when he comes and visits, would be able to bring those, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, scavengers licenses, they're obtained by Cynthians, with a claim to land from Cynthia. They
And
get
their
the
servants,
license.
of course.
Huh? No.
If
no,
one
no.
of them has a servant.
No. You're a Cynthian. You have claim to land from Cynthia. You get the license, right? And then you find a scavenger. You and the scavenger sign the license. It acts as a contract. The scavenger then retrieves specific items for you that are yours to claim. If you're a looter, you get the license by going through the application process. You get approval, and then you have to, follow all the looting laws and regulations, and pray that you strike gold per se, looting the city.
How long per se does it take to get approved for one of these looter license?
Where are you applying?
Wherever Earth Shatter Breaker, whatever his name was, where he's at.
Oh, well, I guess you could apply in the town center just outside.
Just outside of like here?
Yeah, but that'll take. Well, you got supply, pay the fee. They have to they have to send letters to your previous addresses to ensure that you are who you say you are, confirm your identity, establish background history of you, establish that you're not just trying to raid legally per se.
And if somebody was a citizen of Cynthia, would they be able to expedite this process?
Oh, if you're a Cynthian, like from true Cynthia, and you have claim to land, you can just, as long as you can prove your heritage, apply for a scavenger's license.
My parents were killed in the city when it collapsed. So yes.
I'm sorry to hear that. Well, if you head over there, they do have a document that lists all the deceased. And if you can prove through documentation, sigil, signet ring, some sort of familial evidentiarity that they are in fact your parent, whatever that may be, it honestly ends up depending to the judge who reviews your file.
Perfect.
Great. Well, if you can't get in, would you like me to just give him a message? I could always wait till the big fellow comes down and ask him his preference. I can just go and tell Earthshifter that there's another large fellow looking for him.
Yeah, tell
Has Grun gotten
Earthshifter
down
where
yet?
we are, actually. That's gonna be the fastest route.
Okay. Who should I tell him is looking?
Has Grun come back yet?
No, Grun is still upstairs.
Could you wait just a moment for our friend to get here? So he
Yeah.
can... That way we
Yeah,
don't have to
that's
try to middleman or...
Probably best. And he sits down, waves
Question
a hand,
for
and
you.
the bartender brings over a small glass. Yes.
Let's say a citizen of Cynthia were to achieve a scavenger license, and he had someone who served him or a servant or anything. Would they be allowed to help that person
I think
out?
you're misunderstanding. If you are a Cynthian, you get the scavenger license in order to hire a scavenger. You yourself are not the
So
scavenger.
how do you become a scavenger?
Get hired by a Cynthian.
I will just turn and look directly
Yeah, I think
at
we
Elijah.
both turn and
So what I hear you saying is that since I am a Cynthian, I can just hire scavengers.
I'm a scavenger.
Yes, they have to sign a scavenger's license with you that's been filed and approved, but
Oh, okay.
they
Fair enough.
are
Oh,
licensed
okay.
scavengers.
That seems
It
easy.
seems. I'll be frank with you. It seems very roundabout, and like the only thing it does is just cause delays and frustration. But I
Okay,
don't
seeing as
understand
how
the musings.
I built the system.
Mm-hmm.
Let me go ahead and help you out here.
Great.
Cynthia fell, right?
Mm-hmm.
No question there. Don't have to explain that to you. Everybody knows. Cynthia
I'll just
fell.
like slight eye to the side at Elijah and then keep going.
Cynthia fell, right? And when it did, thousands of people died horrifically. It was tragic, right?
That sounds tragic. You don't seem too
Many-
torn up about it, but it sounds tragic.
Well, unfortunately, I have to hide my emotions. You see, my wife and children died, so why don't you shut the fuck up? Anyways, so thousands died, some survived. Those who survived, many of them, for many reasons, they don't want to go back. Whether it's for,
Mhm.
upsetting memories, pain, they're too fucking old, etc. They don't want to go back.
Right.
However,
So
we
they have
also
someone
had-
go in for them.
Correct. Should be simple, but it's easy to lie. And we had a very massive issue very early on after the fall of just random ass people breaking into the city, grabbing whatever shit they could,
Raiders.
and leaving and selling things that belonged to either Cynthians who had yet to get the ability to retrieve those items, family heirlooms, loved ones' ashes,
So what about looters?
jewels that have been passed down for centuries. What about what?
Looters. Don't looters just go in and find things they like and then sell them, and then it's the same exact thing, just with paperwork?
Yes and no. The paperwork allows us to track the items.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. So
We
this
track the
scavenger's
items,
agreement,
then
though.
when the scavengers show up and they're looking for an item, if they cannot find it, we can figure out if it has been taken by a looter. If it has been taken by a looter, we can find that looter, or who they sold it to, or however much. We can get the appropriate price amount if need be, or if really need be, we can get the item.
Mhm.
Raiders are the assholes who just steal dead people's shit and sell
That's
it.
messed up. I'll agree.
Exactly.
Now the question I have is what stops someone who was a true citizen of Cynthia that survived from entering a scavenging contact and having a scavenger that is not in any sort licensed or anything of the sort because they just have to sign a paper with the Cynthian citizen to go in and collect an item that does not belong to the Cynthian citizen. It would just be, well, why not have the people who retrieve looter's license that have the same ways for you to track items be the ones that are signed on with Cynthian citizens to go scavenge? Because then you could track everything, including what's scavenged, in case the Cynthian citizen of old happens to be unsavory and lies about an item that they said belonged to their family but belonged to someone else's family.
Well, that's, first of all, very complicated situation. Second of all,
But probably happens.
We search the scavengers and looters when they enter and leave the city, so we know exactly what everybody has when they come in and when they leave. That's what the giant town center outside the wall is for.
Okay.
And if somebody lies about, oh, there is Grun.
Hello?
I'll just whisper to Elijah, this is a very roundabout and ineffective system.
Big fellow, I found him. Earth Shifter. He's a champion in the arena. Unfortunately, you guys can't enter the city because you don't have licensing yet. But if you want, I can deliver him a message. Who should I say is looking for him?
Grun? Or you can give him this and hand him the letter.
Perfect.
Just
This will work
yeah.
better than anything.
Okay.
All right. I'll let him know. And he gets up and leaves.
I don't know if
wait,
he's
wait.
excited or not.
Before you leave, I'm just kind of curious. I'm not from here, but I'm close. I was from close by. I heard that they were trying to install a system to help support the city before it fell. Is that true?
My job wasn't under infrastructure, but there were definitely meetings about it.
Right, but do you know if anything like came from it? Like, do you know if they like? I know you weren't there, but I'm assuming that it would have been big talk to.
From our understanding, the infrastructure they had managed to build from those meetings, it did help save hundreds, but unfortunately it wasn't finished.
I'm just kind of curious on how maybe a true Cynthian like yourself might have felt about the group that actually tried to work on those.
I mean, they were trying to save the city.
Hey, but they're not being blamed for anything, right?
No, if anything, they're revered.
That's good to hear. That's really good to hear. I appreciate that. That means a lot. Thanks. That's all I needed. Hey, Grun, I'll see you in a bit, buddy. I'm just gonna take a step outside really fast.
I don't know what to do. I'm gonna go outside.
Jamil should be here first thing in the morning, or sometime middle of the night this evening. So or we got in pretty early this morning, right? So he could get here before we head to sleep, just a little bit after dusk.
Potentially, yeah.
But as Grun's walking out, I look to Grun really fast, and I just ask, "Hey, is this guy potentially your father? This guy that he's bringing this note to?"
Maybe.
I mean,
guess so.
Are you assuming that it's him?
Yes.
And I just I look back to the guy. Hey, where is the town in correlation to us, where would this gentleman be coming from?
Right there, and he points at the giant city that this small place
right
is
there,
right
of
outside
course.
of.
Yeah, my mistake. And I just walked back inside.
Okay.
I don't want Grun near me. I know Grun walked out. I'm just gonna go to the tavern. How much for a room that has a window that points directly at that city right there?
Sorry, let me check. Shoot, I don't have it. Here it is. For a room.
I want a window that points directly at that city, preferably at the entrance or exit where somebody would be coming directly out.
It's a silver piece.
Perfect. I throw him 2 silver.
Okay. He hands you a key, gives you directions down the
And
way.
I sit down and I stare directly at where I believe that individual would be coming from, and I disassociate for the next 5 hours.
Okay.
Oh my.
All right.
Grun is thoroughly confused outside, wondering where everyone's going.
Rowan's just sitting at the table.
Elijah is also sitting at the table, and the conversation sounds something like, "You're not inaccurate. It's not the most efficient system, and there's something else to remember distinctly. Historically, trauma and fear design incredibly ineffective systems. That's just a part of the grieving process. It's a desire for safety and security, but it's a desire for safety and security coming from a place of fear, so it's being designed to prevent fear, not protect and guarantee security and safety." Does that make sense?
That's very fair. I guess my only concern is why have 12 extra titles for positions that you have to get extra licenses and see a judge for all these different paperworks for, when you could simply have looters, citizens, and then of course your outlaws, who are your raiders. But if you just have looters and citizens, and instead of, oh, now you have to enter a scavenging contract and wait 3 to 5 business days for a judge to talk to you, you just go to an already registered and licensed looter and you're like, hey, go get this for me. And since they're already monitoring all of the items that go in and out of the city, they would see it and it would already be able to be flagged, because it would be just one set of titles and citizens, which they already clearly have the logs. It would cut down all the time it would take. It would make it extremely efficient and provide more security. Less people to track, because I don't have to be a looter to scavenge for you. If you get approved as a citizen, you just tell me to go find it, I sign a paper, and I do. But if I have to be a looter, then I'm licensed and it improves security. But I also understand that I guess clear thought is not in this moment, as it seems it was a terrible tragedy. I still don't know what happened. An entire city falling is kind of... It feels like maybe... What, did some sort of magical event happen, or...
The city was underground.
So
it was
it was
built
already
into a cave system.
And the cave system collapsed.
And yes, but it wasn't just a cave system, right? It starts as a cave system. They dig a hole in, build one house, and then they dig deeper and build multiple houses, and it just kept expanding, hollowing out this cliffside, and eventually collapses in on itself when it's not protected.
And this is okay. And would they have that? You said that they would have records of everyone who'd been in Cynthia beforehand, all the citizens, and if Cynthia had a military, perhaps all their soldiers and stuff.
Yeah, they'd have a record of a large group of them. Why? Who are you looking
Hey,
for?
Maya, important question, because I know it was very specifically mentioned by the Elder and in the book that I was given. What was it? Was it Everglade or Evergreen? The one who, yeah, would it have mentioned this, having come this direction? Because they left to find him, that's what the Elder said.
There is mention of a beautiful city in the desert called Cynthia.
Yeah. Elijah, do you know how one could look through that? And God, I wish I remembered. I think it's like Everglade. I think it was Everglade was his last name and what he was known by.
You'd have to talk to the town guard. Just ask him if you can
Okay.
review the documentation.
Cool. Or I
I'm not
guess
sure
when
if
they go
he'd
to
let
review
you, but-
yours, when they go to review yours, like if you put in your name to be recognized as a citizen, if you do so.
Well, I'm already recognized as a citizen. It's not that, difficult. But I don't think we'll be here that long. I know you want to get a move on to get your mushroom or whatever you're looking for.
Yeah.
And I have a feeling
No, I
we'll
was
find
just-
Grun's stuff here very soon.
Yes, I was just curious about an old friend traveled from my home. Cynthia was mentioned, so.
You're muted.
Gran will come back inside after discovering no one is outside.
Elijah will just wait till Jamil gets there.
Okay.
Kind of reading and relaxing.
Hey,
Are you guys
Grunt,
planning
have
on
you ever
getting
played-
rooms or?
If it gets to where it's super late and Jamil hasn't arrived, then Elijah will just get a room. But
It's only mildly afternoon.
Grunt, have you ever played Go Fish?
I've done fishing.
Well, it's like a card game where you have to get a certain amount of certain cards, and if you have a card, you can ask your opponent for a card. But if they don't have the card, they'll tell you to go fish, and you draw a new card to see if you can get it. Have you ever played? It's just a
I'm-
time-passing game.
We could also just talk
That's
or have
true.
a drink. If you drink, I don't know.
Not my
It's okay.
forte.
That's fine. I've met people that don't drink. Do you want to share a water, maybe?
Yeah, I think I'll be all right. I'm a bit parched. You want an ale or something? I'd
Oh,
say
I-
it's
I
on
can
me,
get
but
my-
I gave
no.
Elijah all my money again.
I can get my own ale. I was just wondering if you wanted a water or something.
Yeah, I'll get a water.
Okay. Gran will walk over and ask for an ale and a water. You're muted if you...
Looks like he's busy with another patron.
Any ale preference?
Just
We also
whatever...
got liquors and wines.
Oh, just...
give him the
just
choking dragon ale.
What? Well, just whatever you... The most popular, I guess. Whatever you have on...
Yeah, here. And he goes back and he pulls out a small glassed bottle.
Oh. That's fancy.
What is it? It's all that survived. So.
Oh. How much was
usually
that
we
in a
actually
water?
Usually we actually just pour these into large kegs for keg
Oh.
sales, but and he sets it off to the side. Here's that and a water, and he goes back and fills it up with a water skin and sits down. It'll go ahead and be 3 copper.
Okay. Here's 5 copper. Just for being nice
Sure.
to us.
Thank you.
Okay. And then Gran will walk over and... Here you go, bud.
Thanks, Grun. How you holding up?
I don't know if I should be excited or not. So, kind of worried.
What are you worried about?
I don't know. Someone that says that they're my dad, but he might not be. I don't know. It's just... He might look like me, but if it's somebody that shows up that's not my dad, it's gonna be kind of... I don't know. My mind's kind of all over the place.
That's
I
understandable.
don't know what to do after I meet him. Yeah. This was kind of the only reason I was going around, was to see if he was real. And then go to some places that were pretty. some nice sights.
Well, you know what, Grun? Maybe one day, I guess if our dream's right, once we're done saving the world or whatever we're gonna end up doing, or just, finding along, maybe one day I'll have to take you to my home. You can see it's
Ooh.
very different from here, but I don't know. To me, it's very beautiful.
I would like to meet your tribe.
I think, yeah, it might take some warming up, but I think most of them would like you.
Isn't your island always hot though?
Island.
Or
I
isn't
don't.
your? I thought you said you lived on a place far away.
I did say that. You're right. It is an island.
Yeah.
It's usually I don't know how to explain it. I'd say it's pretty extreme in terms of climate.
So it's really hot.
Usually really cold. There are places where it's very hot. There are points where it's hot, but
Oh. So I should bring a coat. And
yeah,
also
if we ever go
not
over
a
there,
coat.
I'd bring a really heavy coat and also like
Nothing.
like a loincloth.
I'm gonna need a loincloth.
But I mean, you'd use the coat mainly.
Okay. Well, that sounds
But that'll
like
be
fun.
it'll be a long time away. Sadly.
Oh. Yeah, I don't think I'll be going back home anytime soon. Oh. Forever.
Well, hey, maybe if the time ever comes where you can come see my home and you like what you see, we can make you a home there.
Okay. As you guys are having this conversation, Avenal, you've climbed out that window, and ran up as they exit the gate. Earthshifter. As you get closer, you do see he is in plain clothes. He's unarmored. And you can see he is very old. Not old, but yeah. Mm. Mm. How'd you get the letter? Grun's with you? I don't yet. Yes, where is my world breaker? I need to meet him. How old's Avenal again? Okay. You are too young to understand. I have waited years to meet my son. I like you. I'm glad Grun had you. I didn't have a choice. This wasn't something I could punch and make right. You cannot believe me all you want. You say you know Grud. You say he's here with you. You say you got this letter because he is your friend. Then how would you not know? Have you ever been to Blood Maw? Where are you getting with this? Ask him yourself. I really like you.
Damn,
Yeah.
son.
If I so much nice to meet you, Sawyer. If I so much as cough at him aggressively, take my head off. I met Orcish woman and Drayton. No, that we've
No,
come to
no,
each
it's
other.
average.
Oh, I didn't notice that I was muted on stream, so stream hasn't gotten any of this. I greatly apologize. But so what I was saying was, listen, I shouldn't be the one to hear this. I understand. I've made my point. Right? Obviously, you've been very
Alright.
very friendly with me so far. I just
I
better
haven't
not.
thrown you.
Let's see if you can touch me. I'm pretty sure that you would have quite a hard time. Anyways, I'm not gonna keep you from your boy any longer. All right, he's been waiting 26 years to be able to see you, and well, consider the test passed. Just please don't let him know that this happened.
Fair enough, Sawyer.
He can't know that I'm a little emotionally attached to him, so I'll
and
give him a
he
handshake.
reaches out his hand. Yeah.
All right.
He is
I'll
a
meet you
soft
in a
heart.
minute then. For the
Huh?
first time.
Say it
I'll
again.
meet you for the first time in a minute.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna be in my room for the rest of the night. So, yeah, unless Grun decides to come get me, then maybe you know what? I pull 2 gold out of my pouch. I'm like, listen, I know you probably make a lot more money than me, but I know he likes top shelf ale. So here you go. Please take that and
Hang on to that.
here. How about this? Let's say you guys really want to have a fun time. I take out a jug. This is
I can afford my own.
well,
ale.
no.
Appreciate it,
You
though.
do not understand. This is. I'm gonna hand him jug number 3, Zonkers. Now let's say you and your son just trying to have a good time, vibe out. He'll know what this is, and I kind of like take out a smaller cup, like a smaller jug, and I kind of pour some in there. There you go. He'll know what that is. He hasn't done it. Trust me, he's a good boy. But you know, there you go. Okay. And you can see like he's starting to heavy breathe. Just climbs back in the window.
What an odd fellow. He walks around and Grun, as you sit at the table, sipping your 3 copper ale.
Got any 3s, Grun?
Go fish.
You see the door open, and a large figure ducks through the doorway.
Rowan?
Oh, yeah, no, I know. It's your go.
No, but behind you.
Grun.
Rowan's
My
gonna walk
world
off
breaker.
away from the table.
And that's where we'll pick up next session.
Oh!
I almost said, wow, what a mountain
Wow.
of a man.
All right.
World Breaker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's an official title. Grun's never losing that one.
I imagine since we've been rewatching Game of Thrones recently, I really think of it's like the stallion that mounts the earth.
Oh. There's a stallion that does what to the earth?
Stop.
Does the...
Stop.
Never mind.
All right.
Does it make a volcano?
Did the earth consent?
Gabagoo.
Alrighty. We'll see you guys next Monday then.
Thank you. Well, I'm
Is it Monday yet?